Whoa. Letitia, Jeremiah with the fire, Joshua, the one of the three kings of NC. One of the three kings of NC, man. Shalom, family. Hopefully everybody's doing well. A lot of things is happening, a lot of things is going on, as you would say. I'm on the move right now. Supposed to catch a train soon enough. So if my signal get a bit choppy, I just want y'all to know that just ahead of time. And in the meantime, I want to share some articles. And as well, the teacher tonight will be the brother Nadiv, HOI, Illinois, Chicago, a.k.a. Blackbeard, a.k.a. Chef Boy ID. Yeah.
Shalom.
Shalom.
Shalom. Shalom.
We got who that? We got Detroit in the building. Penuel, the Diamond Pen, the AKA Hebrew Pimp Chronicles. You know? Yeah, man. Every HOI camp is getting a shake up, man.
Really?
Yeah, the Lord is shaking up the trees, man. You know,
man, and the rotten fruit is falling out, fucking up the
Lord
ground.
is shaking up the trees, man. You know, we just got
Marcus.
God.
Tell y'all like I told. Hey, this is the last time I fast with y'all, man. Ain't gonna be no damn camp left. Y'all keep fasting and weeding everybody out, man. This fasting getting dangerous around here.
Yo, it's beautiful, man. This is because you got to understand, the fasting is a weapon for the nation of Israel,
man.
When it's done correctly, understand that when you're doing the fasting correctly, sincere, the Most High will help you out. You know, and this is one thing we as a nation have lacked, big time. We have stopped with the fasting because we still remembering who we are. We're still remembering practice of righteous acts. One thing we got to remember as a nation, and guess what? We're going to be forced to do it now because of the famine that's coming. Damn near here already. You know? Where brothers and sisters going to be back to like 1 or 2 plates a day, intermittent fasting, all different things. But you're going to get used to it. And guess what's going to happen? Your body is going to cut the fat of your body. It's going to trim the fat. You know, certain conditions going to have to put you in a certain perspective. Like the way your conditions is around you is how your body's going to be turned into. You know, for example, if there's a person that live in the woods, right? He got to build a house. He got to fish to catch the fish. He got to hunt for his food, right? He got to gather things for the winter that's coming, for the harvest, for the seasons. Guess what start to happen to that brother and sister body? It start to mold, of course, according to their surroundings. So it start to happen. They start to become even more healthier because it's survival of the fittest. They start to become more fit, right? They start to think about the long run. They start to plan ahead because they know if they can't hunt that day for food, they're not going to eat. So now they got to be meticulous with everything, right? They got to preserve everything that they have with them now because now they know what? They got to survive. So they're going to build their house. They're going to build their house with either wood or whatever materials they got. And they're going to have to do it their damn self. They ain't going to get no help from nobody. So now they got to be what? They got to learn to survive in these times that we're in. And they become what? Preserved as well, too. And they don't depend on everybody else. So they got to learn to do for self. Right? We're coming to those times, man. It's damn near here. But the blessing that we have is that we have a nation with us to back us up. And that's why what the Lord is doing, he's proving every brother and sister right now. And he's checking each brother and sisters on their flaws. Right? In order to get to perfection, you got to examine yourself and you got to know your flaws. We all got flaws.
Yeah.
Every one of us. The elders on down. Every one of us got flaws that we're working on. You know, brothers and sisters might have a certain skill that they don't got yet, that they're working on to get that. You know, we're all improving. That's what it's about. And part of that as well too is that you got to know those that's around you, those that you're laboring with. Before the brother bring out his lesson, we're gonna have Chef Boy Nadib, aka Blackbeard, aka Slogan Man Law Bond. In Chi-Town, Illinois, you're gonna get this work. Windy City Warrior.
Oh,
Good. All right. Let's get this real quick. Let's get 1 Thessalonians chapter 5. And let's go to verse 11. And communication, you know, like I said, brothers and sisters, communication, man, that goes a long way. You know, communication goes a long way, man. You know, keep in contact with each other. You know, especially those amongst the body. You got brothers and sisters in the body you're laboring with, keep in contact with them, man. Shoot them a text, check up on them. You know, we all we got at the end of the day. And we got to focus on those that's around us. Don't worry about those that's outside the body. You know, if the Lord got them, the Lord got them. Worry about those that's in the body, that's still trying to do their part. And don't forsake your brothers and sisters around you. Khan?
Con.
Good. Let's get this, Zach. Let's get 1 Thessalonians chapter 5 and verse 11. I had brother Joshua read it.
Okay, Con. What verse you want?
5 and verse 11.
Con. 1 Thessalonians chapter 5, verse 11. Wherefore, comfort yourselves together and edify one another, even as also ye do.
So the Lord said, comfort yourselves together. Right? Part of the word comfortable, be comfortable amongst each other. Now, the only way to be comfortable amongst each other and to edify each other, read on.
Con, verse 12. And we beseech you, brethren, to know them which labor among you.
The Lord said what?
To know them which labor among you.
So the Lord said to know the brothers and sisters that's in your body, in your congregation, in your camp, their likes and dislikes, you know, things they dealing with, their issues. What's going on? What happened at work today? Right? And they're going to have to use you as, you know, as a person to talk to. You know, there's certain things they can only tell you. They can't even tell their family members because their family ain't going to listen or going to laugh at them or don't want to hear or don't even pick up their calls. Right? So all they got is the brothers and sisters in the body. And you got to know each individual that you're laboring with, that you want to call a brother or a sister. You got to know them. You can't just say, that's my brother, that's my sister. You don't even know whatever the hell is their favorite food or something. Or what type of work they do. Or do they even work? Right? Or if they're even trying, or they're trying to repent, or they fast. You don't know nothing about them. Right? So you got to understand the people that you're among. And you got to have communication with them. You know? For example, it's 24 hours in the day. Hey, you don't got 5 minutes just to call up a brother or a sister? Just to check up on them? But you got a whole hour to watch a damn TV show? You got a whole 5 hours to not do nothing, just sit down? Or party with a Jake in the world? But you don't got 5 minutes for your brother or sister in the truth? Think about that. Khan?
Con.
Right? It's very important, man. And know them that you labor with. You got to know who you laboring with. You got to know if the cops pull up on y'all, is this brother going to give the ghost? Or this sister going to snitch on you? Right? You got to know if they talking behind your back. They're your friend in front of your face, but behind your back, they talking shit about you. And trying to sow discord amongst you. Right? Let's get 1 Corinthians 15 and 33.
Con.
And brothers and sisters got to be honest, man. You know, you got to be honest. Don't hide stuff and hidden intentions, and then say I'm gonna keep this a secret because I don't want people to know this or that. When you already left the body, you ain't tell nobody. You got to be honest, right? Because that's not fair to the brothers and sisters around you. They think you're gonna be here till next year or the next 3 or 4 years, and you're already mentally gone. But you're looking for a way to exit. That's cruel, man. That's very cruel. Bring it out.
Kind of crafty, right? All right. This is 1 Corinthians chapter 15 and verse 33. Be not deceived. Evil communications corrupt good manners.
See that? Evil communication corrupt good manners. So people don't know what you're doing in your daily life, but you don't talk to nobody. So how do they know what the hell you're doing? How do they know if you repented or you're fasting right now, right? Or how do they know that you got an issue with somebody if you never telling nobody nothing? You're keeping everything to yourself. So now what start to happen, people start to make different examples. They're like, yo, this person probably thinking this or probably said this. You know, brothers in Detroit could tell you. You know, we have certain issues that, you know, it was just miscommunication. Once we talked about it, everybody was like, all right, Khan, now we understand what's going on. But if we would have never called each other up, we would have never knew where everybody was at.
Khan.
And that's with communication. And you can't make no excuse, man. You know, you could call this person and speak to them for 10 hours straight. And they don't got no good intentions for you, but you can't even call a brother or sister for just 2 minutes. And, you know, just to resolve the issue and being honest about it too. So the Lord said, evil communication corrupt good manners. So now what start to happen? Even the good works you did, people start to question it because you're not being honest. And lying is a sin. Ain't no such thing as a half lie or a white lie, right? Lying is lying. That's a sin automatically. Ain't no in between. You got to be honest with the people amongst you. Because if you're not honest, now they're going to start to question everything you say. Now they don't even know when you're telling the truth now. They think you're lying all the damn time. So now when you finally tell the truth, brothers and sisters think you're lying. Khan? So communication is very important. You know? How the hell you going to reach out to somebody in the time of Jacob's trouble and you don't even talk to them? So now when you try to hit them up, they're like, who number is this? Wait, hold on. How the hell you get my number? Right? We should have been had information. Should have been had our phone numbers exchanged. How you get my number now? Do this. And guess what? They might not even answer the call because they don't know who number it is. And they're thinking this dude is trying to set me up or this sister's trying to set me up. Why? Because everybody's going to be alert now. You know, like Drake said, no new friends. No new friends. That's why you got to know them that you laboring with right now. Because when shit hit the fan, and it's about to hit the fan any damn day, your so-called friends going to be your enemies the next day. And you would never see it coming. You don't want to get caught slipping, man. So know them that you laboring with. You know? And if you wear HOI through the spirit, Yahweh Shemel Shah, HOI to the chariots fly. Right? This is gang. This is not a gang. This not no gang. This not a damn banging on another camp and all that. Nah, we don't come with gang mentality. We're a group of individual brothers and sisters who decided to come together under the banner of HOI to do the work of Yahweh Shemel Shah and to move as a body, as a team, and as a unit, and as a family. Khan? So brothers and sisters got to be honest with each other, man. Stop the bullshit. Because every idle word you say will be used against you, man. We all got flaws, but be honest with each other, man. You know? And don't try to condone wickedness. Right? Let me get one last one. Let me get Leviticus 5:1.
Con. The book of Leviticus, chapter 5 and verse 1. And if a soul sin and hear the voice of swearing and is a witness, whether he has seen or known of it, if he do not utter it, then he shall bear his iniquity.
Read that from the top again, Art.
It reads, and if a soul sin and hear the voice of swearing and is a witness, whether he has seen or known of it, if he do not utter it, then he shall bear his iniquity.
So the Lord said of a soul sin, and there's a witness.
It's lucky something happened.
Yeah, he might probably running through some interference on his travel.
Because he on that train.
Con.
That's cool. We go ahead. We can get into it. If you come back in, then you can pick up where he left off at.
Con.
Shalom, shalom. Yahweh Shem Yam Shai Barakathon. All you brothers that's tuning in tonight. Man, we got a lot going on in Israel, man. Today, the lesson is going to be called Pray to Stay in the Spirit. All right. Any of you brothers, sisters got any precepts that you want to bring forth during the lesson? Say Salakia. You can bring your precept out and exegete on it to give your point. All right. So, man, it's been crazy, man. Like HOI, we got to remember that we are a body, right? And everybody has a spirit. So when it comes down to us moving collectively as a nation, HOI, the nation of Israel, sometimes we got to purge that spirit out, man. And it's too many brothers and it's too many sisters for one individual man to be able to weigh that against the Most High, man. So we do that by collectively fasting as a whole, the same way we purge out our own unleavens individually, right? Ultimately, it's the Most High that looks down upon you, afflicting that soul, bringing it to the brink of death, denying it those nourishments that it needs. All right, so when we do that as a body and we're praying in unison, right, we're asking the Most High to come down into the midst of us, man, and clean that house out. When he started moving things around, hey, man, brothers ain't supposed to be looking like they're in awe and in shock about what's happening. This is a purification that's going on, all right? And then one of us will ever be able to point the finger and say, well, this brother, hey, man, he ain't moving in the spirit like he should, man. Kick him out of the camp, or this sister kick her out of the camp, or brother, I can see that wicked spirit moving on you. You need to bow out gracefully, man. Only the Most High can do that, because regardless of how we're moving physically down here from a fleshly perspective, the Most High, we have to remember that he controls everything that we're going through, be it from the left-hand side or the right-hand side. And I think sometimes we lose sight of that for a minute when we get caught up in the worldly circumstances and situations that brothers and sisters is battling with on a day-to-day. All right. So when we're fasting, we're asking for that purging. And that purging, man, is gonna come at a cost of brothers that you've been laboring with, man, for who knows how many years. Brothers that you got, relationships with, brothers that you've grown to love. And the last thing you want to do, man, is see one of those brothers, fall out of the truth. But ultimately, it's not your choice. It's up to the Most High, man. We can walk around and look like Israelites outwardly all day long, man. We can keep the feast and all of that. We can, keep the Shabbat, all of that, right? Quote precepts, sling them around all over the place. Hit the blocks, hit the corners, bring it out like we supposed to. You know what I'm saying? But once you served your purpose to the Most High, hey, man, then, he finished with you. You got a job to do. Your job is done. And even if it means you got to be, excommunicated from a certain camp, or if you fall completely out of the truth, Is that really your doing, or is it the Most High's doing? Because ultimately he picks and chooses who serves where in his army, who does what in his army, right? So we're gonna just want to bring that out for a quick minute, man, because brothers and emotions and sisters' emotions is all over the place, man, right now behind these fastings that we've been doing. And, let's go to Psalms 55 and 22.
This is the book of Psalms, chapter 55 and verse 22. It reads, "Cast thy burden upon the Lord, and he shall sustain thee. He shall never suffer the righteous to be moved."
Right? So whatever we dealing with, gotta always remember, man, that the Most High is in control of that situation. All right? You can't try to resolve the issues with carnal methods because we're moving in the spirit, right? This is a spiritual thing that's going on right now. And the Most High is the shot caller, right? So whenever we find ourselves going through things like we're doing right now as a nation, with brothers and sisters coming in and out, leaving the camps and all of that, that's a burden on us as a body, right? We have to cast that onto the Most High because it's his will that's being done. We can't be sitting around here moping. We can't be sitting around here, bickering back and forth, picking sides. Like this is a who got more points going on, man. Because ultimately everybody losing until we all get on the same page and it's pleasing to the Most High. That's why he say, cast your burdens up on the Lord and he will sustain us, right? He will give us the stability that we need to overcome these trials that we're dealing with as a body, right? As one unit, HOI, one unit, right? We can't be like, we can run to the elders, we can run to our brothers and be in subjection one to each other. But at the end of the day, the final call goes to the Most High. You know what I mean? And he's not going to suffer the righteous, all right, to be moved. Does that mean that brothers that's leaving the truth and sisters that's leaving the camps and brothers that's leaving the camps are not righteous? I mean, we can't determine that. They served a purpose that the Most High wanted them to serve within that body that they was camping with, right? As far as them leaving out of the truth, maybe they've served a purpose. Because every time we hit those precepts, every time we hit them highways and byways and we bringing it out, our point is to plant a seed and the Most High yields the increase. You don't know who that person is going to be or when or where that person is going to show up. And you're going to bring that one precept out that whole camp was for just that one particular person to get that lesson, get that message. Your job is done, right? We've been ordained since before the Most High put us in the womb. And part of us being ordained is that a certain point in time, we're going to fulfill a certain prophecy. All right, we're going to fulfill a certain prophecy that only the Most High knows within us. Like we can read the scriptures and we see all the prophecies, end time prophecies, right? Future prophecies pertaining to Israel as a nation. But you being ordained, us being ordained as prophets for the Most High to go out here and wake up his sheep, we have prophecies to fulfill and fill in that order. But we don't know what those are because we don't know who that prophecy has to land on. So we do the work, right, to seal that hopefully elect, right? And the Most High is not going to allow us to be moved, man. We're going to still thrive. We're going to still do this work. And Lord willing, those brothers and sisters that's gone on and moved on, fell out of truth, whatever, the Most High, man, he found whatever reason or use for them that he got next in line for them, right? Get Psalm 62 and 8.
Okay. There's the book of Psalms, chapter 62 and verse 8. Trust in him at all times.
See, and that's what we talking about, right? We get caught up in the shuffle, and sometimes we lose sight of that. Trusting in him at all times is remembering that he is in control of every circumstance, right? Go on.
Ye people, pour out your heart before him.
right? Pray, fast. We all, like, it was understood need not be explained, but for those that may be new on here, when the Bible's speaking about the heart, it's talking about your mind. Pour out your thoughts to the Most High. Go and pray about that thing, right? We're not supposed to be jumping on no damn social media sites, all right? Putting all of our personal information all over the damn open airways for people to create and make mockery against us, right? As if we don't have enough adversity dealing with scoffers as it is. We don't need to be giving people ammunition against us as already, right? Don't the scriptures say that if you have a fault with your brother, you go to him first, right? And if that brother don't want to deal with the counseling or the admonishment, then you go and you come back with 2 or 3 more brothers so that they may witness you trying to extend that olive branch. And if that brother still don't, then we supposed to do what, Israel? Treat him like a Republican, right? No longer have any dealings with him. Right? This is how we move in order. We're not supposed to take to the damn airways. And if you just that overwhelmed by what's going on, then do what the precept said, man. Trust in the Most High and pour out your mind, your heart to him. Pray about it, fast about it. Right? Go on.
God is a refugee for us.
Hey, man, that's salvation. That's closure to the whole situation. Because when you start praying to him, if you didn't got so caught up in the moment, once you start praying to the Most High, all right, and he become that refuge for you, it all comes back to remembering, like, damn, it's the will of the Most High playing out. I kind of got caught up in my emotions about the situation for a minute because I got love for that brother, or I got love for that sister, you know, and I never thought in a million years that brother, you know, fall out the truth like that, or lead a camp. I thought we was going to labor and endure until the ghost camp went on, right? But that's what that praying does. That's what that praying is for. It gives the Most High a glimpse into what you're thinking and what you're feeling, man. And then he brings it all back to remembrance. Hey, I'm controlling this ship. Just play your part. All right. Let's get Isaiah 41 and 10.
Come on. There's the book of Isaiah, chapter 41 and verse 10. Fear thou not, for I am with thee. Be not dismayed, for I am thy God.
Right? There's no need for us to be all in awe and in shock at the things that's taking place around us, because we know that we're fighting a spiritual battle. And those of us with the eyes to see with, we're going to see those things manifesting right in front of us. And you ain't supposed to get caught off guard by it. You're not supposed to be dismayed at it, right? Because at the end of the day, what are you in this truth for, right? Because you want those spiritual gifts, right? You want those celestial treasures, man, again. And the Most High has already given you a small portion of it by giving you the eyes to see with and the ears to hear with. That's why he say, be not dismayed. Don't be caught off guard, right? Don't be thrown back like all in shock when he performed in front of you, man. What are you praying for, right? What are you fasting for? What are you keeping the commandments for? So these things may be made known unto thee, right? But like I said, we get so caught up in the moment that we forget. So, go on.
I will strengthen thee. Yea, I will help thee. Yea, I will uphold thee with the right hand of my righteousness.
Right? And the right hand of the Most High is Yahushua. We know this, right? Him strengthening us. Because let's keep it a buck. Brothers build relationships. Like, this is the whole trying of the spirit, right? Like Cap was speaking on earlier. Us laboring together. Like, you can't labor on these damn social media sites. Right? You can't try the spirit via the internet, man. You got to build with your brothers. You got to do Zephaniah 2 and 1. You got to do Psalms 133. You got to gather with your brothers that you may be able to try their spirits. And in trying those spirits, you run across familiar spirits, right? Spirits that you labored with in the kingdom. And you and this brother, y'all may create this awesome dynamic duo bond with each other, right? And then when if that brother or you, whichever one the Lord decides to say his job is done and he falls out of the truth or moves on to another camp, hey man, that weakens you a little bit. Right? And the Most High said he will strengthen you in that time. Now you can go on and on with all different reasons for why we would need to be strengthened in this truth, just the walk itself, man. Because we've been living our whole entire life according to the rudiments of this world, right? So those of us who became childlike, you got to think of everything that you did in that world, from the way you go to sleep at night, right? How you like to sleep with one foot out from under the cover, with the fan on and the window open, right? Put the TV on automatic, shut off, like everything that embodies you and your life in this world, all the way down to the minuscule things that you will overlook. I mean, you got to start all of that over again in this truth and create a whole new life and learn all of the ins and outs. Like, you know your life like the back of your hand in that world. But this life and this walk, you don't know it. You still learning it as you go. You still discovering things about yourself. And at times, man, your spirit get heavy, right? Because all of that is weighing down on you. These are those times where we pray to the Most High, man, and we come to our brothers and we let them know what we're dealing with. And brothers fast for 24 hours with you. Brothers pray for you, right? And that demon come up off you that's trying to weigh you down and isolate you and make you feel all depressed because you still battling between not understanding your life right now versus the comfort of that wicked life that you used to live, right? So this is why we retreat to the scriptures. But if you a babe in this thing and you don't really have the understanding of the scriptures and know how to go and yield your sword, how to go in that thing and pull out those precepts that's got power to them, that revitalizes the spirit, well, this is where your brothers come in at, right? This is where the body comes in at. They see that one of the limbs on the body is suffering right now. All hands on deck, man. Everybody got to converge on that injured part of the body and exhort it until his back got his head above water again. But ultimately, what's happening? It's the Most High strengthening you, right? And upholding you with his right hand, with the spirit of Hamashiach Yahawashi, working through the spirits of the brothers, because they're bringing out the precepts. Right? And the precepts is the law. The precepts is the word. The word is Yahawashi. And also that word is living water, right? It's the very essence that gives us life, that revitalizes us. Let's get Matthew 11 and 28. And we're going to read to 30.
The book of Matthew, chapter 11, verse 28. Come unto me, all ye that labor and are heavy laden, and I will give you rest.
You see? The Most High is trying us through the fires and trials of adversity to purify us. But even in that time, he's telling you, hey, come to me. It's like going to school, taking a damn trigonometry test. And the teacher know that you're going to run into problems in solving this equation. He's not going to tell you, or she's not going to tell you, hey, man, just figure it out. No, if you have a question, raise your hand. Yeah, I gave you this problem. But raise your hand, man, and I'll acknowledge you. And then I'll help you the best that I can move through that. That's what the Most High is telling you. Yeah, I laid this walk out before you. I know the bumps in the road. All right. But when you come to those adversities, if you haven't built yourself up to face these wolves that's going to come your way, if you don't have a brotherhood, a congregation, a body that you're laboring with to turn to, hey, man, I'm still here. This is why I understand how brothers can look at circumstances and situations that we facing and dealing with as a nation, right, under the tutelage of the Most High, and use anything as an excuse to walk away from this. Like if the Most High was testing your resolve, you failed miserably. It's not gonna be peaches and cream, man. We're a collective group of people with different thoughts, different lifestyles, different backgrounds. And we're trying to learn how to mesh together under one understanding. We all read these precepts and the Most High give us different understandings, different variables of it. So what do? We gather ourselves together like we're doing right now. And we lay those precepts out on the table, and we share precepts, and we build on that thing to make it plain up on the table. And from that, we grab one understanding. Right? And then that's how we move as a unit. But that's also how we get rest, right? When we being weighed down. Because the Most High not finna come off his throne. He's gonna move people around, like he's gonna move spirits around like chess players to do the job for him. So we can't put too much emphasis on the physical body, man, of the brothers and sisters that we're dealing with, because we're all being moved by the will and the spirit of the Most High to do and say whatever it is we do. So ultimately, when we get weighed down like that, man, Most High say he will give us rest. Right? I'm not looking for an explanation from you, King. You probably don't even know why you just did what you did. Because man's goings is of the Lord. You probably don't even know why you said what you said out of your mouth. Because at any given time you open your mouth, the Most High said he will put the words in it. You never know when he's gonna, show up and start moving things around. Right? Like prime example, sometimes brothers call out precepts and it be the wrong one. Right? That they didn't mean to call, but it fit perfectly to the situation. We call that Yahweh Shai throwing you a damn alley-oop, man. Because where two or more of him is gathered, he's in the midst. So this is how he getting his precepts in too. The same way we holler in Salakia and throwing precepts, he's throwing them in too. So you got to stay mindful of that. Right? Go ahead, King.
This is verse 29. Take my yoke upon you and learn of me, for I am meek and lowly in heart.
So lucky. Yahweh Shai is telling you, man, take on my trials and tribulations that I had. Right? Because if you spiritually in the mind take on look at everything from the perspective of what Yahweh Shai went through, and man, what you dealing with is nothing. Just taking his yoke, right? Putting yourself in his shoes, figuratively, right? You should move way different than you would, looking at your situation. You should have a different perspective on any circumstance that you're dealing with as to how to overcome that thing. Because Yahweh Shai knew he was going to die, man. You don't even know when you're going to die. He knew exactly when he was going to die. They had a saying that said, the anticipation of death is worse than death itself, because you dying every second, every minute, waiting on that thing to come. Can you understand, Salaki, from my language? You understand the mind fuckery that Yahweh Shai had to deal with, carrying that around? And yet he used no evasive maneuvering to get out of that thing. He girded himself up like a man, and he went and he prayed to the Father. He went and he fasted to the Father, right? To keep his spirit on him. He gathered with his disciples, which is today we gather with his camp, right? His brothers that he was laboring with. And he found the fortitude in his spirit, man, to keep pushing forward. No surrender, no retreat once you come into this. Right? So he's telling you, man, take his yoke, for I am meek, right? I'm low in the spirit. I'm humble. Jake find out death around the corner, man. All hell is finna break loose in his life. Man, Jake finna go, man, you mean tell me I got 2 months to live? Man, Jake probably finna go try to rob a bank, right? Every damn Jake that ever wronged him, man, I'm catch this Negro, I'm finna shoot the hell out. Like, what you got to lose? Even in the hours of facing Yahweh Shai, knowing he was gonna die, he still was working miracles. He was still healing. He was still giving messages of exhortation to the body, right? He didn't allow that to weigh him down to the point that it became just about him. And like, the hell with y'all, I'm about to die. You know what I'm saying? So take on his yoke, man. Look at what he went through, man. Because ultimately, we supposed to be following in his footsteps anyway, right? For brothers who people like to say that we don't exhort Yahweh Shai enough. Hey, man, just keeping the damn law, statutes, and commandments is exhorting Yahweh Shai, because he told us to do that. Gathering with our brothers, holding camp in the highways and byways, bringing out the, just because we don't say Yahweh Shai in every damn precept we bring out, don't mean we not exhorting him. Hey, brothers that say we don't gather in brotherhood enough. Hey man, what the hell you think we doing in these feast days and these high holy days? What do you think we doing when we traveling from state to state with all these damn groundbreakings? What the hell you think we doing, you know what I'm saying, when we on the highways and the byways bringing it out? Shit, we even gathering brotherly with the damn 2/3 potential, trying to convert them over. How can anybody say that?
Slakia. Just want to add, that's the wheats and the tears right there, all right?
Come on. Let them grow together. And in the harvest, then he'll separate them. Put the tares in a bundle and burn them in the barn. Right? That's what's going on right now. Feast the first fruits. Man, he's separating the tares. He bundling them up, right? Because to us, oh, this brother fell out. Then 4 days later, this brother fell out. Then this sister fell out. Hey man, no matter when they falling, the Most High, Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai, is still collectively. That's what he's doing. He plucking them and he putting them in a bundle. Like we pray and say, man, no, that the Most High moves still continue to deal with them in a righteous manner. But man, at the end of the day, he gonna deal with them however the hell he want to deal with them, and ain't nothing we can do about it. Right? Brother say, pray for me. Hey, Ak, if you moving contrary to the spirit, I can't pray for you. The Most High is whooping your ass right now, man. Well, how am I gonna go to the Father and tell him to stop whooping you when you deserve that ass whoop? Right? Pray, fast, right? Lament to the Most High. Then let it be seen through the body that you're actually trying to convert from whatever wicked ass behavior you was indulging in, and then we can start praying for you for strength, for you to build back up. But we can't pray for you when you moving contrary. Shit, we yoking ourselves to your wickedness, nigga. That's like condoning what the hell you doing. We asking the Most High to thrust our ass through right along with you.
Salagi, y'all can hear me?
Con.
Shalom.
That's Chief.
Shalom.
Oh.
Great lesson, man. I just wanted to chime in on that, man. If somebody can, Baba Bashar, if you get Romans 8:35, we're gonna start from there. Were you gonna pull that scripture out or no?
Romans 8:35?
Yeah.
No, I don't got that one.
Okay.
I got that one, Chief.
We're gonna read that to the 39th verse.
Why don't you just start at 20? Because I was gonna bring Romans 8:28 and 29 out.
You want to bring?
I'm gonna hold Matthews, and we'll go back to that after these.
All
right, Romans 8 and what?
Okay, you want to start from 28?
Because I got 28 and 29.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, the book of Romans chapter 8, verse 28. And we know that all things work together for good to them that love God, to them who are called according to his purpose. For whom he did foreknow, he also did predestinate to be conformed to the image of his son.
That's that
he might come.
And precept in that is Jeremiah 1 and 5. For that predestined, right? Before we even formed us in the womb, he knew us, right? And he predestined us to do this work for him. But go ahead.
To be conformed to the image of his son, that he might be the firstborn amongst many brethren.
Right? And that firstborn, right? That's the first death. That's firstborn in the second, after he gave up the ghost and was born again back into his celestial spirit to sit on the right-hand side of the Most High. Right? Now it's our turn. We got to carry out our mission the same way he did, but use the methods that he left behind as a tool for us to continue in this walk until it's our turn to give up the ghost and we be rejoined back with him. All right? If you want to drop down to where Chief, what do you say, 35, Chief?
Yeah, you can drop down to 35.
We read 35 to 39. Verse 35. Who shall separate us from the love of Christ? Shall tribulation or distress, or persecution, or famine, or nakedness, or peril, or sword. Verse
Right.
36.
Now, hold on. So who shall separate us? Shall all those things separate us from the love of Yahweh Shai? You see what I'm saying? None of those things. And it's going to show you more things that's not supposed to separate us. And if anybody feels that they got the whole love of Yahweh Shai, then why you don't shine that light upon the ones that ain't teaching Yahweh Shai? Why you don't teach us? Why are you letting these things come in the way? Why are you letting these things separate us from the love of Yahweh Shai? Because the love of Yahweh Shai is what? The same as the love of the Most High. The keeping of the commandments. You see? So what's going to separate us from keeping those commandments and being your brother's keeper? If your brother's going off, well, he got a fault, because that's what they like to throw at us. But the shoe is on the other foot, bro. If you feel that we not teaching Yahweh Shai enough, we not showing the love of a Mashiach, then my brother, show us how to do it. Why abandon a body that you never even explained to? If you feel like we are not exalting Yahweh Shai, why you don't show us that way? Why you don't lead us to the promised land? You see, go ahead.
Hey, Salakia.
Yeah.
Because if you view that as a burden, then Yahweh Shai said that, man, we supposed to pick up the cross, and that cross is to bear each other's burden. So if you feel like that's a burden on us brothers, then you supposed to pick up that cross, man, like Chief saying, and show us the way.
You know what I'm saying? Like what the old saying go, I could feed him and he eat for the day. But if I teach him how to hunt or fish, he can eat for the rest of his life. So show us the living waters, bro. If you feel that we don't have it, why just leave us? Is that the love of Yahweh Shai? Yahweh Shai also tell you, if one sheep go astray, you got to go get him.
Go get him, huh?
So you got a whole congregation that ain't teaching Yahweh Shai, then my brother, come and bring us all back home.
It's a war we in.
My sister, come and bring us home. Like the Bloods and the Crips say, bring us home, B. Okay, go ahead.
Verse 36, as it is written, for thy sake we are killed all the day long. We are accounted as sheep for the slaughter.
You see, so for all the day long, for the love of Yahweh Shai, for out there being fools in Yahweh Shai's sake, because we look crazy out there. Don't get it twisted. We look bugged out. If we didn't know, if I didn't know these scriptures, I would look at niggas like they're crazy too. Because that's the way I used to look at brothers downtown Brooklyn. I'd be like, them niggas is crazy. They got them big ass sticks. They dressed in all black. They screaming, calling a white man the devil, talking about Jesus is a black man. Them niggas is crazy. They got all them goddamn studs, and they look gothic sometimes. Then they look like Power Rangers and Mortal Kombat. Them niggas is crazy. You see, so for all the day long, we are persecuted for Yahweh Shai's sake. You see what I'm saying? If we not teaching Yahweh Shai, why is the Great Awakening happening through these camps? If these camps are not teaching Yahweh Shai, why is the world going upside down with this truth? If we're not teaching Yahweh Shai, why are these prophecies unfolding so much if we're not doing the right thing, if we're not teaching the right gospel? We're teaching change. That's true repentance. That's what the commandments is about, changing your wicked ways. That's what Yahweh Shai message was about. He said, when you see me, you see my Father. That's what the Father's been telling us from the beginning. Thou shalt and thou shalt not. So I don't know what the hell Cats is talking about, but go ahead.
And Salakia, Chief. And think about it. And if we not, teaching Yahushua even through the acts of doing what he did, didn't he travel all over the land teaching and bringing it out? Ain't brothers going from city to city, state to state, neighborhood to neighborhood? We beating the hell out this earth, man, bringing this word out. And every time, and when we post up and do camp, just the embodiment of the scoffing damn demons that we have to deal with, that's the equivalent of the walk Yahushua had to take from damn jail to his damn lynching. Right? People cussing them out, spitting on them, punching them, throwing shit at them, excuse my language. I done been hit with bottles, all type of madness going on, man. How we not dealing with Yahushua?
They threw a cup of beer at me 2 weeks ago. You know what I'm saying? They hit me with a cup of beer from the street, from a car. The car drove by and threw a cup of beer at me. You see what I'm saying? I don't see these niggas getting persecuted like that. I don't see these people talking about we not teaching you Yahushua. The scriptures blatantly, Yahushua blatantly tell you, you're going to get persecuted for my sakes. The world hated me. They're going to hate you too. They hated me before they hated you. Just know that. So for all this lovey-dovey stuff, you know what I'm saying? Oh, the grace and the mercy. Yes, we on grace and the mercy. But right now, we in the fourth quarter. Ain't no time to be sitting up here talking about we ain't got to keep the law because we just got to be under the grace and the mercy. Nah, brother. This ain't the time to be backsliding like that and even talking like that. This is the time to follow as many commandments as you possibly can to the best of your ability. Because it's getting too late in the game and the Most High is killing niggas. He's killing niggas. You could walk right in the supermarket and get your brains blown out by white supremacists. You could send your children to school and get their brains blown out by white supremacists.
Salakia.
Come
on. And I don't know why everybody harping on grace, man. Ain't no more grace, man. Y'all under the mercy right now. And man, grace is the time period that it takes for you to come into the knowledge of this truth of the Most High, man. Like when you was in the world, before you came into this truth, you was under grace then. That was your that was your window right there of grace. Most of us been in church since we was damn knee-high to nothing. Grace been gone. You under mercy, man. Most High could, like you said, Most High could take your damn life from you at any given moment. If I was your landlord and I told you my rent due on the 1st and you don't have my rent on the 1st, all right, you get to the 7th to give me my rent. That's grace. Come the 7th, you ain't got my money. You under my mercy now. Because now, hey, man, I can evict you. Or I can say I'll work with you. Give me half this month with the rent and half the next month. And man, we've been knowing about the Most High. It's not our fault that we didn't learn in truth and in righteousness through these wicked ass pastors, but we still get held accountable, you know what I mean, for the things that we do in ignorance. That's why we constantly repent. But at some point, if you reading these precepts like you're supposed to, studying to show thyself approved, then the Most High start to deal with you individually and you elevate above all of that. So brothers is out here under mercy right now, man. When the Most High ready to snap the finger and take the ghost, your ass finished.
on. Let's go into the rest of that. There's more meat on that bone.
So Salakia, I just want to add 3 things to that too. Sometimes they'll bring a brother in for a season, wake up a few, and then he's done. He did his job for that. I wanted to say that part. And then just like in Matthews 11 and 29, when you brought out earlier, the brother Nadiv, it says, "For I am meek and lowly in heart." So, you know, sometimes when brothers is quick to get up out of here, that's not being meek, nor is it being lowly in heart. Just wanted to add those things. And the scripture says, how many times you got to forgive your brother?
Salakia, nor is that the love of Yahushua. Because if you feel that niggas ain't got the love of Yahushua, it's your obligation to teach that. We ain't get one class of that. All of a sudden, niggas got epiphanies and they just, now, once I leave, now this is why I'm leaving, because y'all didn't do this. So where is the love of Yahushua that you're showing to us if we're in darkness? That's your duty. technically, if you leave like that, then that means, and you really feel that we in fault and we in sin or we not moving correctly in righteousness, then guess what happens? It tells you in Ezekiel that blood is on your hands because you didn't warn us. You ain't warn us. Okay? Go ahead.
And Salakia. And wasn't Yahweh Shah long suffering and meek and lowly of heart? Look at with dealing with Judas Iscariot. He knew this bastard was finna set him up to be murdered, and yet he still broke bread with him. He still dealt with him in a righteous spirit.
Salakia.
That was part of what he had to go through. And that's what cats don't understand. What we going through right now is what we have to go through. We're gonna lose a couple on the way. And it's gonna get crazy because it's gonna be a time where we're gonna lose some of our brothers and sisters to being murdered for this truth and being martyred. We ain't get there yet. Y'all ain't seen nothing yet. It may hurt when you close to a brother or sister that departs from the body with technically a bullshit excuse. You see what I'm saying? Or they can't take correction, or they can't get in order, or they just want to continue to live the way they live and don't want to be checked. You see, but there's gonna be a time that brothers and sisters that we labor in might get their goddamn head blown off by this word. For this word. So just keep that in mind. We didn't get there yet, but it's prophesied. Okay, so it will happen eventually. Most high willing, it ain't none of us. You know what I'm saying? We could laugh about it in the kingdom, or we're gonna have to laugh about it through regeneration. Most high willing. But go ahead,
Verse 37, nay, in all these things we are more than conquerors through him that loved us.
Right. So we are more than conquerors through all these things. We're supposed to conquer all of this when we really got and truly have the spirit of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah. You got cats that ain't with the body that departed from the body jumping on the comments just to like antagonize the body that of HOI. Like, yo, bro, you left. It ain't had nothing to do with this. Like, just be quiet. But you see the antagonizers and you can see it's some form of hatred. But you niggas is talking about the love of Yahweh Shah. By your actions and your principles, the lie detector determined that shit is a lie. And you niggas is moving foul and funny. And a lot of times when people start moving this, I've been around a while. When they start talking this love of Yahweh Shah, and they start bringing in they so-called love of Yahweh Shah and their grace and their mercy, is because they want to live a certain way. They want to do certain things that they know when you got brothers around you saying, yo, bro, that's against the law. You know, keeping niggas in that schoolmaster, keeping them checked with the schoolmaster now is, nah, brother, we got to have mercy, brother. You know, brothers start listening to other camps and start promoting these other camps that think it's all right to buy prostitutes. You see, the scriptures tell you one, I'm paraphrasing, the birds of the same feather flock together. Certain spirits are attracted to certain spirits. If you know you can get away with buying a hooker over here, and that's what you want to do, you gonna go with them Johns and them trick niggas. You gonna go over there with Trick Daddy and them. You want to trick on some hoes, so that's what you gonna do. You know, over here, you wanna pluck some white woman. You wanna have your way with Becky in there. So now you go get your Becky with the good hair, right? You get Becky with the good hair, and it's okay because that clique over there is cool with that. You see, you got these. It's so many. You can see it. This is where their spirit always been. You see what I'm saying? And it's crazy because, man, I'm not going to. It's crazy. It's crazy.
Got the precept for you, Chief.
Go ahead, but we can hold that Romans though.
Going right after this. Rock 32 and 17. A sinful man would not be reproved, but find of an excuse according to his will.
Salakia, Sirach, what?
32 and 17.
Right. But there's one. Somebody find that. So the one that says the spirit is like they connect together. Like they one of his own kind. Everybody hangs with one of their own kind.
That would go into like them being clannish. When they start doing that, clannish, and they start clanning up.
Yeah, nah, but it's in Sirach too. It's talking about the spirit.
You ain't talking about the one in Leviticus about familiar spirits, right?
No. It's in Sirach. It says, let me try to find it on this thing. Let me get it real quick. If anybody get it, man, put it up. Let me look for it though.
It's Sirach 13:16.
What it say?
All flesh consorteth according to kind, and a man will cleave to his like.
There you go. That's it right there. Read that one more time. Let that joker marinate.
Sirach 32 and Sirach 13 and 16. All flesh consorted according to kind, and a man will cleave to his like.
Right. All flesh, all the nations stick to their own, except us. We the only ones that want to mingle and swerve. You see, all the animals. You got the geese with the geese. You see them all walking in the street from the ponds and the little lakes. You got the birds. The same birds fly together. You ain't gonna see a pigeon with a hawk. You ain't gonna see an eagle with a falcon. You ain't gonna see these things together. They not chilling. They all flesh is of their like.
Yeah, wolf under the tree with a sheep.
Right. Just chilling, talking about the good old days. Nah, it ain't happening. You see, all flesh is of their kind. What's the next part of it?
Salaki. It said, my bad. Let me pull it back up. 16. I had it in my book. All flesh consorted according to kind, and a man will cleave to his like.
Right. So we could buy prostitutes over there. Yo, GMS is the most consistent camp I've ever seen. That's what they're gonna tell you. They openly tell you they buy prostitutes. They openly tell you they beat their women. They openly tell you this crazy shit. We're not camp bashing. It's public record. Thou sayest. It wasn't us. We not making it up. We got receipts, but they the most consistent. You see what I'm saying? Cats with the most messed up marriages can't keep a woman to save their life. Always got a new wife. Nah, you always got a new hoe, nigga. And you being the hoe. You turning her into a whoremongers. Always in a new, my new wife. What the fuck you mean? What? Excuse my language. What happened to the rest of your wives? Where they go?
Hey, Salakia, because it can't be all of them that's going the hell off, man. You the common denominator in all them different women, nigga. You the problem.
Not to mention when niggas got bumps on their lips.
Live bumps.
It is what it is. I've seen it. Whole breakout. You at camp. Yo, bro, what you doing, bro? Like, what the hell? This is the time you should stay away from the camp. You look crazy on video.
God.
Goddamn, got the monkeypox on your goddamn mouth, man.
Brothers,
looking crazy.
HD cameras around here, boy. You in high def.
Niggas looking crazy out here, bro. And you could tell you got the mouth of a whoremonger, my man. Talking about this my other wife. I'm looking at niggas like, you spreading this shit like goddamn. You're like, man, what the hell? I see why that's the most consistent camp for you, my nigga. I could really go in. I pay attention to my surroundings. Trust me when I tell you. You know what I'm saying? Trust me when I tell you. But go ahead, let's go back to Romans, man.
Salaki, I just want to add, it's not just the STDs for sexually transmitted disease, is STDs for spiritually transmitted demons too on top of that.
Yeah.
Come.
But it's
that.
bad when you over here putting the goddamn monkeypox on people's mouths. You know what I'm saying? You over here eating the dirty scraps. The dirty scraps. What the hell, Scooby-Doo snacks, nigga? Well, go ahead, man.
Yo, Romans chapter 8, verse 38. For I am persuaded that neither death, nor life, nor angels, nor principalities, nor powers, nor things present, nor things to come.
You see, all those different things, I'm not persuaded. Now read the rest.
Verse 39, nor height, nor depth, nor any other creature shall be able to separate us from the love of God, which is in Christ, Yahweh Shah HaMashiach.
You see, so all those things, principalities, height, depth, you know what I'm saying? Little arguments, little misunderstandings. If you really of Yahweh Shah and really got the love of Yahweh Shah, you're supposed to dissect that problem or situation and build with the body and show brothers and sisters where they going off. Not depart and then talk shit. That ain't the love of Yahweh Shah, my man. We can see your fruits. You got some type of something else under your sleeve. You could lie to them niggas. You could lie to them bitches. Excuse my language, but you can't lie up here, bro. I've been around the block a few times in the world and in this truth. And I've seen them like you before. I've seen them come and I've seen them go. So when you start changing the word of the Most High, trust and believe, you on the verge of blaspheming the Holy Spirit. And none of those things should be able to separate us. Don't scream it if you don't mean it, damn it. HOY to the chariots fly. And I yield. Go ahead, Nadeem, hold it down.
Praises.
Oh, praises.
Go back to the Matthew 11 and 28, but you pick back
Salaki.
up.
Salaki, don't say it if you don't mean it. Yeah.
God.
Damn it.
Oh, praise.
Hey man, but y'all know how Jake is, man. Jake want to be with the bandwagon, man. If the wagon moving, Jake want in. He don't even give a damn where it's going. He just want to get in. Nope. But yeah, King, we back at Matthew 11 and 30. So you start back at 29. We still elaborating on 29.
Yeah, we was on 29. Book of Matthew, chapter 11, verse 29. Take my yoke upon you and learn of me, for I am meek and lowly in heart, and ye shall find rest unto your souls.
Right? Because for me, I can attest to that last part. Like, my whole damn life was about what is my purpose, why I'm alive, why I'm going through all this and that, and I'm looking over here and comparing what I'm dealing with based on what the next person's dealing with, to the point that I just said, well, you know what, the hell with it. This is my life, then I'm gonna be the best at being the worst nigga I can be, right? But then when the Most High brought me into the truth, and I started learning that everything that I was going through in my life up to that very moment was all by design of the Most High. It was his will. Instantly a peace came over me. A calmness to my spirit came, because it answered the question that I've been battling with my whole life, but it also set the precedence for everything to come from that point on. No more worries, no more stressing, right? Because if the Most High is in control of my whole damn life and everything that's going on, what the hell am I getting upset about anything for? There's nothing I can do to resolve it. Why am I breaking my neck, busting my ass, trying to resolve an issue when the Most High is putting me through it? I'll chill and I'll let him have his way. And when he's ready to bring me through that thing, I'll be on the other side of that situation, right? That's my soul being at rest, man, not at peace from the woes of this world. because I understand, man, it's all by design. It's the will of the Most High. And when we brought down to that lower state, when we in that urn dealing with that fire of adversity, that conscious thought should be going through your mind. One or two things, man, the Most High is proving me right now, right? And you should be happy because that's telling you he dealing with you. And you want to perform to the highest level. I want, man, well done, my faithful servant, right? The other thing it is that he's punishing you for something. And if you thoroughly examining yourself to make sure that you're moving in the spirit like you're supposed to be, right? And you know that you're not moving contrary to the spirit, then he has no reason to be punishing you. It's all to the good. That means that your trials and tribulations is coming from the right-hand side of the Most High's righteousness, man, to make you better. So this is how I always look at it. I slip up and I find myself, in contrary, and I pray about it. I repent, but I know I still got that ass whooping coming. Something is coming. You can repent. You still got to get your licks, man. Mom even used to tell you that growing up. Beat your ass. She don't whoop you that day. 2-3 days be the went past, man. And then you mess up again, and now you got 3 days worth of backup on you. Yeah, I supposed to whoop your butt the other day. And then and you'd have messed up again. Now you finna really get it. So this is my mindset, when it comes to dealing with the Most High. This is why my soul is at rest while I'm moving in this wicked kingdom now, man, being in this truth. Because I understand if I step outside these rules and regulations, man, I got a punishment coming. And with the same energy that I stepped outside that law, I'm going to accept my punishment with that same energy. I'm not finna start crying and calling all over the damn city. Oh man, I'm a damn alcoholic. I'm beating on my woman. Pray for me. No, look, man, I'm going the hell off right now. I ain't coming to camp because I'm not finna bring this demon ass spirit that I'm trying to get off of me on camp, man. No, I ain't gonna teach today. I ain't finna move in the spirit of a hypocrite, man. I've been going off a little bit this week, man. I'm kind of in a fasting mode. I'm praying right now. Let me get that spirit in check. Then I'll teach. And brothers know, in HOI Illinois, that's how I move. And that's how I encourage all the brothers to be. Don't be struggling with nothing, man, on your spirit. Your spirit is not at rest. Don't bring that, to the body. Until you get it in check and understand where it's coming from, keep it away from the body. We don't want to taint everybody else. Because if it's a spirit that's hopping, and man, if any brother struggling with anything, that's an open door for that spirit to jump on them. Right? So that's my spirit. That's for me, right? That precept speaks to me because that's why my soul be at rest, just like he said. Because I understand that it's coming from the Most High, right? Go on.
Verse 30. For my yoke is easy and my burden is light.
Hey man, it's nothing. When you consider what he's going through and you weigh that against what you're going through, he already done did it. So it's not like you physically are about to relive it. But spiritually, you're reliving what he's going through because you can read it in detail what happened to him. And when you weigh that against what you're physically going through, if you have any compassion for Hamashiach Yahushua and what he did for us and what he went through, and man, you should feel some type of way. All right? Pull your damn bootstraps up, man. All right? Drag your nuts across the floor. Get cocky, get bold about this thing, man. Stand bold as that lion in the face of that trial and tribulation. All right? Let's get John 14 and 27.
It's the book of John.
14:27, King.
Chapter 14, verse 27. It reads, "Peace I leave with you, my peace I give unto you. Not as the world give it, give I unto you.
Now he
Let
said
not."
peace he leave
Mhm.
with you, right?
Con.
He's leaving two pieces with you, man. He's leaving a piece of him, and he's leaving the piece of that comes from salvation, man. Being delivered. Because we don't have no damn peace in this kingdom, man. We under all type of duress, man. We want to talk about goddamn multiple personality disorders, schizophrenia, bipolar, right? Ain't no peace amongst Israel right now, man. Those of us moving in the spirit, we got a little bit of this peace that Yahushua said he's leaving with us, right? We don't got the whole embodiment of it because we haven't endured to the end yet. But there's still a peace that he left with us that we have a little piece of it in our hands through the keeping of the laws and understanding that the Most High is dealing with us and he's going to protect us through whatever. Like, I don't have no worries. When I get up in the morning and I do my salutations, I pray and I lament to the Most High and all of that, man. When I walk out of my house, I walk out that thing with a kind of a cockiness about my spirit, man. Because I know can't nothing touch me. Right? I ain't worried about nothing. Lord ain't finna allow nothing to come your way. And I think all of us that's moving in the spirit of righteousness, man, serving Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, we have that kind of cocky arrogance, you know what I'm saying, knowing that the Most High is on our side. That's that peace Yahushua left with us. All right? Not the peace that this world give you, man, because this world don't give you no damn peace. Right? The peace of this world is only for a moment. Right? That's a damn deception. Right? Hasatan give you a quick relief out of a situation, and then that follows is worse than what it originally was. You never truly get peace here. It's almost like you always trading one thing for the next, right? Same, same crap, different toilet. You know what I'm saying? But Yahushua say, peace I leave with you, my peace, right? Because you ain't gonna never know the peace that he had until you in that position of giving up the ghost. Now for me, when I had my heart attack and I died, people talk about how all you see a light in a tunnel and your life flash before you. Hey man, ain't a goddamn thing flashed before my eyes. Wasn't no lights. All I felt was an overwhelming calmness and peace. And I just kept mumbling as I was going out. I just want to go to sleep. I just want to go to sleep. I felt this overwhelmingly tiredness, but it wasn't a tiredness like I'm dying. Oh shit, excuse me. Oh, well, I'm dying. Wait, somebody save me. I wanted to go. Now, woke, conscious, alive, hell no, I don't want to die. Until it's my time, I want to live like the next man. But in that moment, that peace was so overwhelmingly that I embraced it. And next thing I know, I'm waking up in a damn ambulance. They done brought me back. And then I faded out again on them. Next time I woke up, I was in a hospital with all kind of damn tubes and machines and all type of stuff hooked up to me. So that peace that Yahushua has given us is that peace knowing that he overcame everything. All the burdens, all the trials, all the tribulations, all the temptations, all the adversities, right? People been hunting them down with a damn hit on them, man. He had a hit on him since the day he was born. So he never got away from that everywhere damn he went. If them hitters would have caught him, man, he was going down. But that didn't stop him from moving and still doing the work of the Father. He running around with a damn traitor amongst his group. Right? So that peace, he leave it to us. And if we follow into the footsteps that he laid before us, then that's the endurance is to obtain that peace, man. That's salvation, right? You get to go into the kingdom, man. Because that's what we're doing all this for. For that right there. Right? Because when the righteous rule, the people do what? They rejoice. That's peace. Let's get John, stay in John. Let's get 16 and 33.
Come on. That's my favorite scripture right there, man. This book of John, chapter 16 and verse 33. These things I have spoken unto you, that in me ye might have peace. In the world ye shall have tribulations, but be of good cheer. I have overcome the world.
Salakia, King, you wanna exegete on that? Go ahead.
Man, the peace that he gives to you, it can't even compare to the world. Why? Because he done overcame that. He's telling you right here, you know? So it's just like you were saying earlier, the peace that you're gonna get from a worldly aspect, that's not no peace. That's you're dealing with fears in this world, you're dealing with all sorts of anxiety, you're dealing with everything you're gonna get from this world is not gonna be peace. It may be like a stimulant, like in the moment type of thing. But this peace that you get from him is gonna be an everlasting peace. Long suffering, able to endure all sorts of, what do you say right here? All sorts of tribulations.
Right. And that's going back to what Chief brought out with the Romans 35. Right? Them tribulations that he's talking about. Those same ones that not gonna pull us away from serving Yahushua. Those are the things that we gotta endure through. Them the tribulations that he say in the world you shall have these tribulations. Everything that you read in Romans 35 to 39, 35, that's talking about these things shall not remove us from serving the Most High. And yet, well, serving Yahushua. That's those tribulations that he's talking about. He said, but be of good cheer. I have overcome the world. Right? Now, in this situation, he's talking about cosmos and theos, right? He overcame the world that was the Israelites that hated on him, the heathen around him that hated on him, as well as this actual earth. He beat them all. He went against the grain, went against the odds, and he won. Right? And he leaves that to us. Not only did he not just giving you some damn puff of smoke, he left you the actual blueprint. Gave you the details on how to do what I did. How the hell do you mess up, man? Right? That's like the most idiotic thing in the world for someone to give you the keys to win and you still lose. All right. We're gonna skip over that Romans I was gonna hit next. Go to Philippians 4. We already brought that thing out. Get Philippians 4 and start at 6.
Khan, this is the book of Philippians, chapter 4, verse 6. Be careful for nothing.
Right? Don't, Salakia. Right out the gate. You don't need no reason to be careful. You don't need no reason to stay moving in the spirit. That should be a given. Right? Go ahead.
Be careful for nothing, but in everything by prayer and supplication with thanksgiving, let your requests be made known. Salakia, let your requests be made known unto the Most High.
Right? We don't say, I'm finna this, I'm finna that. It's always, man, Most High willing. Right? We make those supplications to him to lead us in anything that we're gonna do. Man, Most High will, King, I'll see y'all tomorrow. Most High will, King, we'll be at camp. Right? By Shema Mashiach Yahushua, giving praise and thanks when we overcome a situation that we didn't even realize we was in until it manifested that we just overcame something and we like, damn, by Shema Mashiach Yahushua, right? Right? We don't need no reasons because we already know. Now we got the book, we got the prophecies. So we got it better than the damn prophets of old did, because we got the entire book to a degree. So we can see the end and the beginning on how this thing gonna play out. We know what's gonna happen if we don't do this and if we don't do that. They kind of back then was kind of just like winging it, man. Especially if you go all the way back to the time of Noah, when he was still in the process, time of Moses, when he was still in the process of writing the Torah. Right? It had to feel like to them that, man, this man is just making up laws as he go along. You know what I'm saying? One minute we doing this, and then it's all good. Next minute he like, man, put him to death. Right? So we gotta be careful for no reason. Don't need a reason to be careful, other than we know that if we keep these laws, statutes, and commandments, we good. If we don't, that man, show ass, Mr. Postman. We pray for everything. Right? Most High will. We ain't cocky and arrogant that in the world we used to be like that. Yeah, Joe, man, if I wouldn't have did this, man, I effed up, Joe. Man, if I wouldn't have did this, if I wouldn't have did that. We don't do that today. Those of us in the truth. We give all that glory and that honor to Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai because we know it's him that's moving us. Right? Go on, verse 7.
Verse 7, and the peace of God, which passeth all understanding,
Hey, Salaki. Now, we just dealt with the peace that Yahweh Shai left, right? Now, this is talking about the peace of the Father. How much more the greater can the peace of him be than Yahweh Shai? Like Yahweh Shai, to us, that's utopia. It don't get no better than that. But for Yahweh Shai, he had the peace of the Most High because he got to sit right on his right hand. Right? He got to see the mysteries. He knew it from beginning to end. He was there in the very beginning. So that was the peace of God that Yahweh Shai had that allowed him to move through this earth and endure everything that he did. And all we're getting is the peace of Yahweh Shai. Right? But it's telling you right here, and the peace of God. Go ahead.
And the peace of God, which passeth all understanding, shall keep your hearts and minds through Christ Yahweh Shai.
And it all comes right back to Yahweh Shai. So ultimately, by receiving the peace that comes from serving Hamashiach Yahweh Shai, we're receiving the peace from Abanawa Yahweh. Salvation. Amen. He didn't create us to destroy us. He created us to be a rulership. Right? Even before he created us. This is the predestined. Our life already been played out like a movie script. We just living in the rewind right now. Right? His favorite movie, man. He want to watch it again. You know what I'm saying? This is like his 7th time watching his movie. Right? Because we in the 7th, this is the last captivity, right? 7, number of completion. Now everything is finally lining up exactly how he wanted it to line up. All the characters is accelerating in their role, right? We're in the height of the movie. Right? Just the climax. Right? We started at the bottom and the climax is the very top. We're on our way down the hill now. Everything is going to play out. We're going into the 4th quarter, man. Final ticks on the clock. Right? This is the win and lose portion of this thing, man. You either end this thing all the way or you out this thing. And if you harboring thoughts and feelings and emotions that go contrary to the scriptures, man, times like now when the body start fasting and purging, you're going to get weeded out for your inconsistencies. You never had that peace that Yahweh Shai is talking about. Because if you had that in peace, that peace gives you the spirit to endure. That's how he endured. Because he knew the peace that was to come. So when you come into this truth and you really, you know what I'm saying, serving Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai like you're supposed to, then that peace, right? That faith, that belief of what's to come, it should be all over you. And you're spreading that same message, that same peace to the brothers through exhortation, through rebuke. Because when you rebuke, you're reminding them of that peace, which is what? Salvation, the kingdom, brother. This is what we in this for. You got to endure. Right? But we don't teach Yahushua.
Salaki, King.
Go ahead.
Precept.
Bring it out, King.
That was John 17. Salaki, John 14.
What we
And,
just brought out?
Was that 27?
That was John 16 and 30. No, that was Philippians 4. And
Give me
6 and
John
7.
14, 27. Salaki.
We
Yeah.
we brought that out right before John 16 and 33.
Okay,
I'll bring it out
Khan.
again if you like.
Okay, so we in the same spirit. I just missed that.
Bring it out again, King. You might.
Bring it out
Most High
again.
probably
Khan,
got another point for it. Go ahead, bring it out.
Oh, praises.
Khan.
What we be talking about, man. Yahushua, man. He know what he's doing. Right?
Right.
We read these precepts. I get an understanding. You may get something to add to it that bring about a bigger understanding.
Right.
So yeah, we've only read that one halfway through. So we're gonna read the whole thing this time. It says, "Peace I leave with you. My peace I give unto you. Not as the world giveth, give I unto you. Let not your heart be troubled, neither let it be afraid."
See, that's what, like the brother was saying. You know, you put all your trust in the Most High Yahweh Shah. You know what I mean? Because the world gonna give you what it's gonna give you. It's set up for it to be given to you like this. But you got to keep that armor on and stay strong in that truth because he's your peace. You know. So I just wanted to bring out that point, and yeah, Salaki to that, King. Praise
Khan, the water, King.
the underbar, King.
Yeah, we finished that out, right? We go to James 1. We'll start at 2.
Yeah, we read verse 7. So you want what now?
James 1 and go to James 1 and 2.
Khan. The book of James, chapter 1 and verse 2. My brethren, count it all joy when ye fall into divers temptation.
Right? Those temptations. Once again, it goes all the way back to the precepts from Romans 8 and 35 to 39. Everything listed in there that was weighed against us, that shouldn't cause us to fall out of this truth, stop serving Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. Those are those diverse temptations that he's talking about. But he said, count it all joy, right? Be happy that you're going through those things, man, because that's confirmation that the Most High is dealing with you. He said, when you come to serve him, prepare your soul for temptation, right? You got to go, all those who he choose, he's sending them through the fiery trials of adversity to purify you like gold and silver, right? So you're supposed to be happy just knowing like, damn, man. But no, do we do that in the world? Man, as soon as a problem fall, man, all hell break loose. Jake just get discombobulated. You start calling around trying to figure out ways to resolve the issue, and then you make it worse. Or you go do something stupid from an illegal standpoint, depending on what it is, and now you in jail. And man, the Most High, he'll even put it on your rib spirit at the time to show you that what you're doing don't make sense. And Jake won't even listen until your ass locked up, then you in there with 50,000 other niggas talking about I should have listened to my girl. Right? But count it all joy. Be happy that the Lord is dealing with you and sending you through the fires of adversity, because those he loved, those his sons, he's chastising you. And man, if he don't send you through nothing in this walk, you need to be worried. You really need to be worried and really be questioning why he got you in that. Hey man, he might got you in this thing to set you up, man, for a martyr, for his glory, right? If he ain't sending you through nothing, man, it's like going through something shows you that, hey, man, I got a purpose for them. The Most High got a purpose for me. But if you ain't going through nothing, what is his purpose? Right? You might as well be with Esau now. Esau's sole purpose is to be built up to be damn destroyed. And along the way, test your resolve by being the whooping stick that gives you the trials of adversity. but ultimately there's no reward for him, right? If Esau knew how well he was doing his damn job and guaranteeing that he was going to that lake of fire, he probably would have slacked off for us a little bit. All right, go ahead, King.
Khan. You want verse 3?
Khan. We're going to go to 4 and then drop down to verse 12.
Khan. James 1, verse 3. Knowing this, that the trying of your faith worketh patience.
Right? Because it don't happen when you want it to happen. We don't grow up with patience, man. We want the quick fix instant. That's why most of us become dope boys, because we want the fast money to resolve our issues right then and there. That's why fights break out at places where you got to stand in line because Jake and Eve want to cut the line, right? We don't have no patience. You in the grocery store, there's an old lady up there. She trying to work her credit card move. The cashier damn ringing up slow as hell, and you in the line bitching and moaning, right? We have no patience. But understand that the patient, your faith works patience, because that's what endurance, right? I ain't patiently enduring everything because I know what the reward is on the other end. Right? If I rush through this thing, I'm gonna miss something. Right? I'm gonna mess up. And I might fall into a situation where the Most High give me up to a vow of affection, man. Because I'm trying to move the clock. I'm moving the hand on the clock. When the Most High said that all things happens according to his will. Well, time falls under his will. Right? Didn't Yahushua tell him that, hey man, it's not time yet? Then he turned right around when it was time and told him, hey man, the time has come. And what did he do in between those two times? Hey man, he patiently did the work. He stayed on course. Right? Go ahead, King.
Come, verse 4. But let patience have her perfect work.
Because when the Lord's will prevail, everything turns out like it's supposed to. It turns out beautiful. Right? Go ahead.
That ye may be perfect and entire, wanting nothing.
Now think about that jewelry, right? That's being burned through that furnace, man. That's removing the zinc, the copper, the iron, right? And all these other minerals out of it. What happens, man, if you don't thoroughly burn that joint out, man, to remove that? I mean, you got some bull crap gold, right? You want that 24 karat, but you got 18 carats, you got 10 carats because it still got impurities in it. Ain't no value. Like the value is low, man. Most High ain't dealing with that. Those other chemicals, those other minerals that's mixed in with that gold, that makes that gold impure, unclean. It's tainted. So the Most High is liking us to gold being refined. Then there's a process to refining that jewelry to remove all the impurities out of it, right? And that's why I said let patience have its perfect work. Over time, keeping the commandments the way you're supposed to, you become perfect in spirit, the way Yahushua was. Right? You become perfect and entire, whole, complete. Now you are a vessel fitted for the kingdom.
Daddy, I'm hungry.
Salakia. Now you're whole. Now you're complete. Now you're ready to rule a kingdom. Now you're ready to rule a nation. Right? Wanting nothing. Right? Because you done did the law, statutes, and commandments through your whole walk. You endured the chastising and you built up treasures in the kingdom. Lord willing, you in them chariots, right? Witnessing the destruction of this wicked ass place. Afterwards, you on your way, you sitting back watching the rebuild of the kingdom, right? And you got a place, and you sitting back with your feet kicked up. Amen, saying it was all worth it. Especially if the spirit of remembrance comes back to us, to where we can actually sit back and laugh and joke in the kingdom about everything we went through. Right? See one of them damn Edomites that's a slave in the kingdom walking past, you remember him from when he was out of pocket in the last world, man. Man, go grab him. Beat the hell out of him.
God.
Right? It was all worth it. Drop down to verse 12, King. So, this is what we get from that, man. Right? Go ahead.
Verse 12. Book of James, chapter 1 and verse 12. Blessed is the man that endureth temptation.
See that? People always talking about I'm blessed and highly favored, but you ain't even going through none of the trials and tribulations of the Most High. You haven't even signed up to be on the damn team. You still running around out here in damn Esau's kingdom, living it up, man. Every damn day is a birthday. It's a party. You looking for it somewhere. You ain't begin to put your hand. You ain't even look the hell with putting your hand on the. You ain't even looked at the plow. I mean, you might have looked over at the plow and saw how much field needed to be plowed and said, "Yeah, I ain't gonna do nothing. I'm gonna go on back over here with the lazy ass niggas, man, and keep finagling and jangling my way through life, lingering around until the Most High just gonna take the damn spirit. And you don't even know that it's the Most High taking the ghost from you because you attributing it to some worldly Negro who was disgruntled with you over something and he done killed you. Whole time, man. Most High done gave you multiple opportunities to put your hand on this plow, man, and get to doing this work. And man, you kind of slapped his hand down like, man, don't reach at me. I'm good over here. Right? Well, blessed is the man that endureth those temptations. That's us. We ain't perfect at it, but we enduring. We effing up in the process of enduring these temptations because we still trying to understand, right? We still seeking out the mysteries of the Bible, right? We still perfecting, keeping the feast days in their due season and so forth and so on. But we know according to prophecy, it's gonna happen. We're gonna get there. We're gonna get the kingdom, right? Daniel 7 and 18, man, we're gonna take the kingdom. We're gonna get it. The Most High already told us we getting it. It's just who all on the damn team. That's what we doing right now, man. It's the tryouts. We trying to see who finna make the roster. Right? Go ahead, King.
For when he is tried, he shall receive the crown of life.
In a word, the kingdom. Go ahead.
Which the Lord had promised to them that love him.
And if you love me, do what? Keep my commandments. Those that love me do what? Seek me early. Right? For we know that we love him because we do what? We keep the command. We can go on and on. Right? You get the crown of life. Right there, he's telling you again. The kingdom is already yours. It's waiting on you. Right? It's like Granny got that decked out goddamn living room, man, and you ain't allowed to go in there. Right? Still got all the plastic on the furniture. Look like a damn showroom showpiece, man. You better not get caught up in there. That's the whole only part of the house ain't nobody ever stepped foot in 20 years, man. Because she got that thing laced out. And every blue moon, when certain friends come in town and come over, and man, they up there in the front room. And y'all in the house in shock and awe. So you peeking around, you kind of looking around the doors in there, because hey, somebody in there. These must be some major people in Granny life. She let them in the front room. I mean, we live here and can't get in the front room. Well, we live here and can't get in the damn kingdom, man. Because whatever it is about those people, that allowed them to come into that front room, man, we got to be those people to the Most High, man, that we can get in the kingdom. I know that's a weird analogy, man, but that's all I can think of.
That's a good one, King.
Get 1 Peter 5:7. Like, I know everybody had that granny, man, or that Mom Dukes, man, who had that one room in the house decked out. You better not get caught up in that.
With the knickknacks.
And the fine china,
the fine china.
That china can. Forgot about that.
Granny would personally put belt to ass. You don't got to worry about Papa. For real.
I'm telling you. Man, that room was a sanctuary, man.
All right. 1 Peter chapter 5, verse 7. Casting all your care upon him, for he careth for you.
Right? Like, what more could Yahweh Shai do to show you that he give a damn, man? Man gave his life. You got people in this world you've been knowing your whole entire life that claim to love you. Man, they would throw your ass under a moving bus to save their own. I don't know nobody, man, in my family, in passiveness, that'll die for me. Like, Jake, that sound good. Man, my A1 day way, we ride or die, nigga, man. We gonna, man, to the casket drop. All of that until it's time for that to happen. Them shots rang out. Every man for his damn self. Jake take off running one way, and you take off running the other way. I ain't met a Jake yet that was talking all of that, ride or die to the wheels roll, to the casket drop. When the shots rang out, looked at his mans and said, hey, is we running or is we gonna stand here and die together? Man, Jake, man, your ass left in the dust. You didn't get the phone call tomorrow, man. Your mans didn't make it, man. He caught a couple up. Now you at the funeral crying, it was my A1 day where and getting tattoos with to the death do us all. You know how it is, man. Man, Yahweh Shai died for you. Right? I can't think of the precept. Is that paraphrase a righteous thing, a beautiful thing to lay down your life for your brother? Something to that effect. And if somebody get it, pull it out. Casting all your cares upon him because he cares for you. Right? I mean, Yahweh Shai probably could have told the Most High. I mean, no, man, I don't want to go down there with them for them.
Salakia. I got that precept. This is John chapter 15 and verse 13. Greater love hath no man than this, than a man lay down his life for his friends.
See that? You calling somebody your friend, man, you care about them. And the greatest thing you can do for that person that you care about is lay down your life for them. Yahweh Shai did that. Right? He laid his life down for us, man. It don't come no better than that. Like, man. Let's move on, man. Proverbs, I'm about to have a moment. Proverbs 24:10. Like, sometimes, Ken, when you reading these precepts of this Bible, man, you got to really kind of submerge yourself into it. You know, when you read these scriptures, man, you got to read them like you actually right there with them. Like, I can't read what happened to him and it don't affect me. It pisses me off. And then I look at what everybody going through. Like, for HOI Illinois, them brothers know me, man. They know I'm a no nonsense. I don't want to hear your excuses, none of that. Everybody got issues. Everybody got problems. Everybody going through stuff. I'm not trying to hear that. Come to camp. Be at class. Put your brick in. Sacrifice to do this work. Make excuses to do this work. I got the same things you got and the same amount of time in a day as you got. If I could be at camp, you could be at camp. All right? We had a brother come to camp and he was sick. And he ain't even part of our camp. He one of the other camps that's here. And he just happened to be camping close by us. We pull up, and the brother out there by himself. And he's sick, sniffling, got the tissue thing, the whole nine. We like, damn, where the brothers at? Oh, man, he's sick. Stay this, stay that. We're like, damn, you sick too, but you out here. So when it come down to, man, serving Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shah, man, hey, man, make excuses, because Yahweh Shah could have made excuses. He could have refused to come down here, man, and give his life for us. And then where would we be? There wouldn't be no need for you to be in this truth. There wouldn't be no need for you to keep the law, statutes, and commandments, because your ass would be finished. Like, really let that sink in, man, that you're being given an opportunity for salvation. Once again, if you ain't going through nothing, you don't need salvation from this place, hey, man, salute you. Because you ain't got nothing else coming after this. All right? Let's get Job. Now, and this crazy thing is, this wasn't everything I just went through ain't even the lesson. The lesson is called Pray to Stay in the Spirit. We just went through no worries, man. Like a lesson that I had called No Worries. All right. Now I'm gonna segue that into Pray to Stay in the Spirit, because the lesson wasn't that long, so I had to kind of chew up a little clock, man.
Salaki, you still wanted that Proverbs?
What did I say? 24 and 10?
Con.
Yeah, I want it after Job 4 and 3.
Okay, con.
Yeah, get it after Job.
This is the book of Job, chapter 4 and verse 3.
And read to 5.
Con. Behold, thou hast instructed many, and thou hast strengthened the weak hands.
And this is what we doing, right? We instruct many. Every time we have these classes and we giving brothers the precepts and the breakdowns and causing the sense of understanding, we're instructing them on how to move in the spirit, right? How to keep their spirit in order, that the Most High will look favorably upon. Every time we're in those highways and in them byways and we bringing it out, we're doing the exact same thing. Why? Because those before us did the same thing, but we wouldn't even have this book, right? They cared enough. Now, we don't get to write no passages that's going in this Bible, man. But these brothers before us, they left these instructions through the Spirit of the Most High, right? Because it was written by holy men chosen, paraphrasing by the Most High to do thus. But they left these instructions. And many of us have been strengthened in these last days. We came from all walks where we thought we were strong, mighty men, but man, we was mighty in this world. And we became babes all over again once we came into this truth. And we had to learn how to be spiritually strong. And we learned that through the instructions of these laws, statutes, and commandments. But somebody had to bring it out. For most of us, our teachings go all the way back to 69, right? 68, 69 with One West up to now, right? Go ahead.
Verse 4, thy words have upholden him that was fallen, and thou hast strengthened the feeble knees.
Amen. We able to stand bold as lions out on these highways and byways and call out our people for their wickedness, knowing that these damn Negroes can up guns, up knives, throw bottles, throw beer, spit, and we ain't, knees ain't bumping together. We ain't out there shaking and spook, right? Damn Esau can roll up and get on some head busting and get off this corner. And we telling you, man, the hell with you. You the damn devil that like giving it up to him. With no fear. Because of these words, they have upholding us. These words have lifted us up, man. They built up our spirit, the spiritual warrior that's within us. Right? Go ahead.
Verse 5, But now it is come upon thee, and thou faintest. It toucheth thee, and thou art troubled.
This precept takes you back to the beginning of this lesson, man. Like the intro, dealing with brothers and sisters falling out of the damn truth. You was just bringing it out, moving in the spirit, being mighty, and then a little bit of adversity finally lands on your lap. A little bit of trial and tribulation finally actually land on your lap, man, and you fall out the damn truth. But you was just out here a minute ago bringing it out, telling other brothers they need to stop being effeminate, stop being whoremongers, repent, come back into keeping the law, statutes, and commandments of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. Sister, stop being whores, get out them pants. You was just out there bringing it out, and they was in their trials. They living in their sin. They living in their trials and tribulations. And man, the Most High brought a situation on. He been delivered you from those issues, but he brought an issue up on you from internal. Dealing with the brothers that you laboring with. And man, your ass fall to pieces. You can't be the hypocrite, man. You can't be out here pushing this word and not living by it. You can't be telling brothers to gird themselves up and man themselves up. And then when you get hit with trials and tribulations, that man says, and thou faintest. It touches thee, it comes near you. And you damn near ready to give up the ghost, man. Because when you walk away from this truth, that's basically what you're doing. You basically choosing death again. You going back to the vomit. And you already know the scripture says, it's best you never came into the knowledge of this truth, man, than to come into this knowledge and then walk away from it. Paraphrase. You asking for damnation 2 times over on your ass. Right? Now we bring out that Proverbs 24:10. Now we're in the lesson, praying to stay in the spirit. Right? Some brothers probably do, some sisters probably do. But for those who don't, got it, man. You gotta pray, man. The scriptures say don't get the Most High no rest. Don't ever feel like you praying too much. You know what I mean? Don't ever feel like you fasting too much. It's too many woes. It's too many wicked energies and spirits all around you for you not to be praying, man. Driving down the street, just be praying. Just talking to the Most High is praying, right? Get to the point where somebody be like, man, you all right? You over there talking to yourself? No, I'm praying. Bring it out, King.
This is Proverbs 24 and verse 10. If thou faint in the day of adversity, thy strength is small.
What we just read, man. Soon as them adversities come up on you, man, you fall the hell out. Most High say your strength was small. You was never really moving in the spirit of a mighty man. You was still a babe. That's why you're not supposed to be trying to keep company, you know what I'm saying, with people that's out of your league, man. Because you got brothers that's moving in the spirit, man, that's the spirit on them warrants level 10 demons to come after them. You still a babe in this thing, man. So Hasatan, he's sending like level -1 demons after you, just enough to trip you up and stumble you daily. But you trying to keep company with brothers that's out of your league, and you ain't made it to that point yet. That's why when you come into these schools, you got what you call them intermittent levels. Like you got ground level teaching, the milk you got to go through. So you learn how to use your sword to protect yourself before you start trying to go to war. We don't bring a brother in new into this thing and then take him straight out there to the battlefield. He ain't ready yet. You can't take a brother that's dealing with level 1 demons and put him around brothers out there on the line, man, who banging with level 10, level 20 demons. I mean, you're going to destroy that brother's spirit. And then he might ultimately fall out the truth. Right? So at the end of the day, I don't see it as if it's this precept is like really bashing you for having small strength. Know your role. Like know, like what the I think it's in Sirach. We tell you, don't meddle in issues bigger than what you can deal with. You know what I'm saying? More or less. Right? You got brothers come right in this truth. Strength is small. You're not strong in this truth. And they be trying to teach. Right? And they get destroyed out there by some damn Christian theologian. Not because the Christian is white, but because he know the precepts better. He know how to manipulate and use them, and you don't. Right? Get Job 34 and 25.
Salakia. Salakia. I think I got that precept that you was talking about.
Bring it out.
Sirach chapter 11 and verse 10. My son, meddle not with matters, for if thou meddle much, thou shalt not be innocent. And if thou follow after, thou shalt not obtain, neither shalt thou escape by fleeing. So like when you was talking about brothers wanting to teach and then they kind of get cut up by Pastor Pig Knuckle out there, man. Like, yeah, it's because you kind of meddled before it was your time, before you were seasoned. Well, you weren't seasoned enough. So like some brothers probably think that it's bad to like be at a slow pace, but like don't measure your pace with another brother's pace because we're not at the same speed in this truth.
Let patience have a perfect work.
Con.
Right. What precept was that again? 30 what?
That was Sirach chapter 11 and verse 10.
11 and 10. Con. Mighty precept, man. That's true. And when them trials and tribulations hit that come behind that, man, some brothers will fall out the truth behind that.
Con.
All right. What was we at? Job 34 and 25.
Con. The book of Job, chapter 34 and verse 25. Therefore he knoweth their works, and he overturneth them in the night.
Oh, right there. Because this is talking about like mighty men that was moving strong in the spirit, man. And then it just seemed like overnight, hey man, the spirit just left them. Right? Brothers was once, you know what I'm saying, waxing mighty. Now all of a sudden they got bugged out ass doctrines to us appear to seem to come out of nowhere. But they had already made the covenants with the devil. Ultimately, the Most High already had determined you're not one of mine for the long haul. But I got some work for you to do. Right? Now I'm gonna make a controversial statement. Right? This is the same reason why the Most High, this is the same reason why a lot of Israel think Cornelius was an Israelite. This is the same reason why he raised up what was his not Nebuchadnezzar? What was the one part that Daniel had to break down the vision to?
The king.
Can't remember his damn name, man. But him. Same reason why Darius and Xerxes and all of these kings the Most High used to do his work, build up his temples and all of this different stuff. Can the Most High take a heathen man or a woman and use them for his will? Yeah. He can do that. So the same thing applies to you being in the nation of Israel. The Most High can raise you up to serve a purpose. And after you serve that purpose, to everybody else, it looked like tomorrow you just bugged the hell out when the whole time, no, your job was done. You did what the Most High required of you, and now he don't need you in this no more. So now you ain't in the truth no more. Or now he give you some bugged out doctrine understanding, and you trying to push that with no understanding, hey man, and you kind of get shunned away. Damn Deuteronomy 28:28. You look like you smitten with madness.
Salakia, Nebuchadnezzar.
Nebuchadnezzar, king.
Yeah, it was Nebuchadnezzar. Khan.
Right, like you gotta remember these. This is the stuff that we gotta remember, man. When it come down to the Most High, He created all of us. Ultimately, He got control over every damn spirit that's moving on this earth, be it the left hand side or the right hand side. It's all His. So when it come down to dealing with Israel, yeah, He can raise you up to serve a purpose for Him, and then drop your ass. He don't need you no more. This is why He say, therefore, knowing their works, you was moving mighty in the spirit. And then He overturned them in the night so that they are destroyed. Right? And we know He taught, that's what He taught. You go back to 24, it says, He shall break in pieces mighty men without number and set others in their stead. Because the mighty men serve their purpose. So this is why we constantly pray not to be those reprobates. If there's anything that we can do in this walk to kind of hopefully persuade the Most High not to, if the Most High got a date tomorrow for me to fall out of the truth, hopefully it's something that I can do between yesterday and tomorrow that persuade the Most High to say, you know what, I'm gonna continue to use them. I ain't gonna do them away. Because He can change His mind like that. Do what the hell He want to do. Right? Let's get Psalm. Somebody said Salaki.
God. And that's why it's like going back to the lesson that you kind of segue from, right? That's why it's important to stay constantly in prayer, man. Right? In my prayers, I don't know about everybody else, but in my prayers, I include Psalms 51, right? And 11.
That's right? That's the next precept I'm finna bring out. Psalms 51.
See, that's the spirit, so I'm gonna leave you to it. Come God, dude.
That's the next precept.
God, that's the spirit, dude.
Oh, praise God.
Oh, crazy. So bring that out now.
God, yeah.
This is wow. That definitely the
spirit. Salakia, I was literally finna say Psalms 51:11.
God.
God, there we go. All right, the book of Psalm, chapter 55, verse 11.
No,
wickedness.
51.
51. Salakia. 51 and verse 11. God. Cast me not away from thy presence, and take not thy Holy Spirit from me.
See, that's why we got to pray to stay in the spirit. Because whenever the Most High feel like He's ready to take the ghost back from you, take the spirit back from you, there's nothing you can do. You can't bargain with Him. You can't say, oh man, I feel like I'm falling out the truth. Lord, I got 100,000 hid in the mattress. I'll go and I'll donate it to the nearest camp. Just don't take the spirit. Man, look, when it's time to give it up, it's time to give it up. This is why we can't take it to heart when brothers, for whatever reason, decide they want to move on. Because ultimately, it's the will of the Most High. Right? And we see it from a negative perspective. How we know that some bugged out spirit wasn't about to come up on that brother and he could have started sowing dissension amongst the camp members. He could have brought some wicked ass death spirit up on the camp. We don't know. All right, go ahead.
Verse 12. Restore unto me the joy of thy salvation and uphold me with thy free spirit.
All right. Restore me, man. At that moment of weakness, or at that moment when you look up on me and you feel like you're ready to cast me out, man, build me back up. All right? Continue to allow me to wax mighty. I don't want to be lukewarm, to get spewed out. Right? Rekindle my fire. All right, go ahead.
Verse 13. Then I will teach transgressors thy ways.
Is that not what we did? When the Most High woke us up and brought us into this truth, we studied our ass off to become diligent enough so we can get out there on the front line and bring it out. right? We're living that. Most of the brothers on this call is living that precept. You answered the call and you're studying diligently, seeking out the mysteries of the Bible, man, right? Through precept upon precept, so that you can go into them highways and into them byways and bid our brothers and sisters back to the marriage. Go on.
And sinners shall be converted unto thee.
How many brothers came into the camp after you? That was a result of y'all bringing it out on the street and they spirit bearing witness. And then later on down the line, through slowly building and building, they became part of the camp. You can't make this up. We actually live in these precepts right here. Go ahead.
Verse 14, deliver me from blood guilt, from blood guiltiness. O God, thou God of my salvation, and my tongue shall sing aloud of thy righteousness.
Right? Because we coming out of the world. Well, we weren't guiltyless. Right? We were guilty. In some shape, form, or fashion, we were responsible for the blood being shed of our brothers and sisters around us because we wasn't rebuking them in righteousness. I mean, we was condoning the savage behavior that we was doing. Like I just was talking about this last week. You go to the gas station and brothers and sisters in that panhandling, and you give them your damn money, and they go buy some damn heroin or something, and they OD off of that thing. You the last person that funded that, man. That blood is on your hand. But how do you know? You don't even know them. So you don't even know that later on that day they died from ODing some damn way off the money you gave them. But the Most High know your money that you gave them did that. That's why he say, know who you do good to. Right? Now he asked him to be delivered from that. It's the same way when he told Job to go to Nineveh. I mean, when he told not Job.
Jonah
to go to the Nineveh, and Jonah tried to run. And what happened? When he went down into the bottom of the ship, and the Most High made the waters go crazy, and they thought the boat was gonna flip over and everybody was gonna die, and they had to take cast lots. Basically, where you from? Who is you? What are you? This, that, and the other. Job confessed, like, man, it's me, the Lord, doing this. He after me. And they told, take me up top and throw me out the boat. What did them brothers do? Man, they conceded with they pleaded to the Most High to not put Jonah's blood on their hand by having them throw him overboard. Right? Even though the Most High wouldn't have held that against them because they'd have been doing his will. Right? You spill blood in the name of the Most High because he moved the spirit. He don't judge you bogus for that because you did what he required of you. But if you ain't in the spirit, you ain't keeping the commandments, you still worldly nigga, man, and you out here ain't keeping no laws and doing all manner of wickedness, man, you not guiltless. You still guilty of the blood of your people that's being spilled every day. Right? Go ahead, King.
Verse 15, O Lord, open thou my lips, and my mouth shall show forth thy praise.
And we look back at where we came from and where we at in our life right now. And we quick to holler, Hashem Mashiach Yahushua. Call halal, all praises, right? Kom Yashala. This is that's our way of saying thank you, Lord. Right? For delivering me. Because I could not be here right now. So we giving him that praise. Right? Go ahead, King.
Verse 16, for thou desirest not sacrifice, else would I give it. Thou delightest not in burnt offering.
Right? Because ultimately, this is why Yahushua is not here no more. I don't need no more damn sacrifice. You go back to antiquity when our ancestors was ripping and running on the scene, and man, they was committing all manner of adultery, fornication, idolatry, you name it. Consciously sinning against the Most High and then going damn sacrifice a dove, sacrifice a bullock or a ram. And then after the damn priest absolve them of their sin through sacrifice, they go right back and do the same damn thing again. Because Yahushua hadn't died yet. He hadn't done away with the law of sacrifice yet. He hadn't became the unblemished lamb of sacrifice yet. He hadn't became the blood that was spilled to give all Israel repentance unto the Most High, that he may look upon us again with favor, right? And bid the goddamn northern kingdom back into the fold. So at that time, it wasn't no every time you sin and you sacrifice and you do the same sin again, you was killing Yahushua over and over again. Now that burden falls on our head. Every damn time you repent and you going to do the same thing, you digging Yahushua up, killing them again. Right? Go ahead, King.
Verse 17, the sacrifices of God are a broken spirit, a broken and contrite heart. O God, thou wilt not despise.
Right? Ultimately, basically, someone that's in order. Someone that's diligently keeping his laws, statutes, and commandments. And seeking out the mysteries of the Bible that you may get better and better and better at doing. Right? That's what he want. He don't want no sacrifice. You go all the way back to Saul, right? When he told him to kill all the damn Amalek. And he thought that he was doing some noble thing by sparing the king and a couple of damn animals, man. Talking about a damn sacrifice. Hey, man, I told you to kill everything moving. Give a damn about no sacrifice, man. Do what I say do. And for us, do the damn law. Don't worry about no sacrifice. Yahushua already sacrificed more than any of y'all could ever sacrifice. Just do the law. Go ahead.
Verse 18, do good in thy good pleasure unto Zion. Build thou the walls of Jerusalem.
Hey, what did Jeremiah 14 says, the gates thereof languish. Our leadership is languishing. So if symbolically, that leadership is a wall. Build up the nation, man. Okay? Because the landmass of Zion, Jerusalem, is still in existence. It's still there. Right? But build up the walls that is the people, man. Build up our leadership. Right? Because even just mentioning Jerusalem sometimes is in reference to Israel, us as a body. Right? So do that. Build each other up, build up the nation. Do good in thy good pleasure unto Zion, man, unto Israel. Right? Build up the walls of Jerusalem, man. Come back to keeping these laws, statutes, and commandments so that I can put y'all back in y'all homeland. Judge these other wicked ass nations, right? Go on, King.
Verse 19, then shalt thou be pleased with the sacrifices of righteousness, with burnt offering and whole burnt offering. Then shall they offer bullocks upon thine altar.
Hey, man, because ultimately, we can't even get our hands on any of the animals that the Most High really consider to be worthy of a damn sacrifice these days. All right? Esau pushing pork all over the damn place. But as long as we still moving in a spirit contrary to the Most High, we haven't figured out how to keep the law, statutes, and commandments in its full truth. We really not right yet. And the Most High demands perfection. He said, be ye perfect. He didn't say be almost. He didn't say be halfway. We not perfect yet. So until we get perfect at doing this work, hey man, he don't want no damn stinking sacrifices from us. Right? It's like, they don't keep telling me you sorry, man. Just do what the hell you supposed to do. Right? Uphold your end of the contractual agreement. That's all I want. And when I'm satisfactory with that, then I'll do what? Then I'll open up the doors for y'all to give me righteous sacrifices. Right? Lord willing, man, we be in our celestial form during this time. Well, we can't do no sin. Well, we can't do no wrong. Well, we can't entertain wicked thoughts anymore. Right? True perfection, true righteousness. Right? Now we able to see Yahushua again, man, and kind of give him a damn high five. Like, man, appreciate that aid and assist on leaving that book back, man, with the hookup. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, Jake, man, brother, leave you that hookup, man, when you run across him again, man, good looking. Right? That's what we trying to do. Right? Get that Proverbs 18:1.
The book of Proverbs, chapter 18, verse 1. Through desire, a man, having separated himself, seek it and intermeddle it with all wisdom.
Because that's what we was doing. Every last one of us in this truth got a story about how we came from either Catholicism, Christianity, Baptist, Mormon, Seventh-day Adventist, Jehovah's Witness, Lutheran, Episcopal, some form of some religion, all in the effort to trying to get close to serving the Most High. In our ignorance, we all desired that relationship at some level, right? Trying to separate ourselves. Seeketh and intermeddle with all wisdom, man. All these different doctrines, we didn't tamper with them because we was trying to seek out the wisdom of the Most High, how to serve him. Our spirit was yearning for that connection. And through our intermeddling, right, seeking out this mystery, we ended up in the truth, where we got the true wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. Through their precepts, I get understanding. Right? We obtained the spiritual gifts, as the scriptures call it, right? The spirit of wisdom, the spirit of knowledge, the spirit of understanding of what? Of the law, statutes, and commandments. That's how we're able to do them, because we understand them now, right? Go to Proverbs 20 and 27.
Book of Proverbs, chapter 20, verse 27 reads, "The spirit of man is the candle of the Lord, searching all the inward parts of the belly."
Right? We're the light. Right? Because the law, statutes, and commandments is a lamp. And when we're living them law, statutes, and commandments, we lit up. Right? Let thy light shine forth. It's not talking about, that's why I say the spirit, because this word is a spirit as well. The Lord is a spirit, and those who worship him must worship him in spirit, and the word is a spirit, right? But the word also is a lamp. They all one and the same. And it says, search all the inward parts of the belly, right? The seats of your bowel, which your mind, your heart. Right? Making sure that you contemplating, meditating on the scriptures day in and day out. Right? You seeking out better ways to perform the sabbatical, the new moon. Right? How to perfect them, how to get them perfect. So that when we praise him on those days, it's going up in a manner in which he's happy and pleased with it. Right? We searching our inward parts to get better in brotherly love. Something that some people feel like we don't have. Right? Because we move like austere men. because we don't deal with emotional effeminate in an emotional effeminate manner. Right? We allow the scriptures to speak for themselves. We don't come forth with our own thoughts and our own understandings. We searching our inward parts. That light is on in us. These scriptures is alive within us. So that light is on for every last one of us. This is why daily we examining ourselves. This is why we repent daily. This is why we pray. This is why every Wednesday for HOI Illinois, every Wednesday is a fast for us. Every week we do a fast because that light is on and we searching ourselves. And when we find certain impurities about ourselves, even if it comes in the form of realizing that we don't have as much patience for our people as we think we do when we out there in camp and we get frustrated with somebody that's scoffing and we be down there ready to bust them over their head, right? I got to fast that damn impatient demon up out of me. My light is on and I'm able to see that because these scriptures is alive in me, right? And then my brothers see it because the light is on within them. And we all moving under the same understanding. So therefore, what's going on with me, going on with you, if you moving in the spirit and trying to become diligent in these law, statutes, and commandments. Because brothers always talking about how, oh man, you don't understand. Y'all don't know what I'm going through. Brother, we come from where you come from. And if you somebody in this truth making that statement, you're a damn liar. Yahweh Shem Yahushai got a list of preset damn trials and tribulations that he sent every last one of us through. The difference is some of us are farther up the list than others. Some of us have overcame some of those trials and tribulations. Right? So if your light on, brother, I bear witness to what you're going through. I know where you at right now in your walk. I know how long you've been in the truth. Right? Not no puffed upness, but you've been in the truth for 3 months. Everybody been in the truth for 3 months. So everybody pretty much know at what point of trial and tribulations you dealing with right now. Your light is on. I can see it. The Lord dealing with you. Right? Searching out the inward parts. And that's being diligent, right? Being a shepherd unto your brothers. Get Proverbs 24 and 20.
It's the book of Proverbs, chapter 24, and verse 20 reads, "For there shall be no reward to the evil man. The candle of the wicked shall be put out."
See that? These brothers and sisters have been exposed through the purging of the spirit, the cleansing of the body, this universal fast for the nation of HOI. We found some impurities in our bodies. The Lord did. And them candles were blown out. Brothers then left, sisters then left. Was it because of the excuses that they made? Or was it ultimately because the Most High blew their candle out? They no longer served the purpose. All right? Go ahead.
Verse 21, "My son, fear thou the Lord and the king, and meddle not with them that are given to change."
All right? Keep moving in the spirit of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, man. Don't be worrying about the brothers and sisters that's falling by the wayside. Right? It's an unwanted spirit over there. And you want to keep meddling with that spirit, man, and it jump on you and start beating you down, trying to break through your spiritual walls of defense. And man, you be wondering why all hell breaking loose in your life. Now you praying and fasting to the Most High to get that thing off of you. He already told you, man, don't be meddling with them. Don't worry about them. All right, keep reading.
Verse 22, "For their calamity shall rise suddenly, and who will slack it, and who knoweth the ruin of them both?"
We don't know what's, hey, you just see the falling out of the truth. what's to come after falling out of the truth. That means the Most High, he done spewed you out his mouth. He not even looking at you no more. None of the precepts say in the day of their calamity that he will laugh at them. Right? He said, for their calamity shall rise suddenly, man. Death and destruction and all hell is about to break loose in their lives. And they don't even probably realize it. Because they so sidetracked with trying to respond to all the comments and all the other negative crap that then came as an upset from what they assume or think they done by leaving the camp, bashing the camp. Right? And this even applies to all of them out there who want to say that we in a damn cult. Right? Brothers talking about it's damn Yahweh Shai, and then them, they the third in command. You ain't a part of day camp, you ain't in the truth. But we don't associate with other camps. Right? All of these things are pitfalls for the calamities that's going to fall upon them. And when it happens, who knows the ruining of it? Who knows what's going to happen behind that? They're all going to fall out the truth at some point. Because if you moving strong in the spirit and you serving the Most High, and man, you're not entertaining no damn what ifs. You're not looking for ways to discredit the scriptures. Why are you studying in the scriptures and trying to find ways to prove the scriptures wrong? I mean, I don't read the scriptures and read something and then be like, oh, I got to find a precept to say that ain't true. Or I'm going to go pick up one of Esau books and find something to show me that ain't true. What the hell are you doing that for? Then when the Most High give you up to that doubtful ass spirit, all right, and hand you over to that vile affection, that is a doubtful spirit of him, the damn calamity started, man. You finna fall out the truth. At the moment you start realizing, man, that you questioning the scriptures, not for edification, but for the purpose of proving the scriptures to be wrong, like you a damn scoffer, you better start praying to stand the truth. You better start praying for the Most High to rekindle your damn candle. Your light gonna go out. And if you really dwelling with your brothers and brotherhood like you supposed to, they're gonna see that. And they should be all over your ass, rebuking the hell out of you in righteousness. All right? Go ahead, King. Verse 23.
These things also belong to the wise. It is not good to have respect of persons in judgment.
Right? The knowledge of that, we all have it. Those who didn't have it, from the precept perspective, you got it now. We just brought out the precepts to cause the sense and give the understanding of what's going on when brothers and sisters is falling out of this truth. Right? He said these things belong to the wise, this understanding. Right? It's lucky. They're out here fighting these damn fireworks, man. Right? It is not good to have respects of person in judgment. Right? So a brother get banished from the camp, and out of respect of person because of how you feel about that brother, you don't want to be in the camp no more. And when brothers start rebuking you for that, sisters hear about it and they don't like it, or they agree with what you said for your reason of leaving, so they leave the camp. That's respects of person. You're not judging righteous judgment. Because if the scriptures say, do this, do that, and you don't do this and do that, and you get judged according to what the punishment is, according to the scripture, or if you're a part of a camp and the camp got laws that govern the camp and you break the laws of that camp and there's a punishment that comes from that, hey man, where's the unrighteous judgment at? Where's the respect of person that you can do it and get penalized, he do it and don't get penalized? Ain't nobody moving like that. Because even in Israel and out of Israel, I'm on the outlet, in the highways and the byways, I'm rebuking the hell out of Jake and Eve that's not moving in the spirit. And when I see an active Israelite that's not moving in the spirit, I'm rebuking the hell out of him too. The difference is the active Israelite understands where the rebuke is coming from. He understands that open rebuke is better than secret love because he know the law. But to that Jake or that Eve that don't know the law, it looks like respective person based on how the rebuke is coming across. Right? It kind of goes back into Paul when he says he's speaking to those that know the law. You'll never understand if you don't understand. Right? Go ahead, King.
Verse 24. He that said unto the wicked, thou art righteous, him shall the people curse. Nations shall abhor him.
Right? You shouldn't be, ain't nobody in this truth got no business co-signing anything being done out of wickedness, out of unrighteousness. Because the moment you start doing that, hey man, you on your way out the truth. Your job is to rebuke anything that is being done in unrighteousness. That's contrary to the scriptures. And you're supposed to use the scriptures to do it so that it don't be your own words, right? Go ahead.
Verse 25. But to them that rebuke him shall be delight, and a good blessing shall come upon them.
Because ultimately you're keeping the law. You got that blood off of your hand. Even if that's the blessing itself, you got the blood off of your hand of that person, right? You're not suffering sin upon your brother or your sister, right? And that's staying in the spirit. Right? Go ahead. Oh no, that's it on that. Drop that and get what was that? Proverbs 24. We'll get a couple more. Get Daniel 4 and 11.
Slakia.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I had a precept to go with what you were saying.
Bring it out, King.
This is the book of Matthew, chapter 5 and verse 23. It's actually 23 and 24. It reads, therefore, if thou bring thy gift to the altar, and there rememberest that thy brother had an ought against thee, leave there thy gift before the altar, and go thy way first. Be reconciled to thy brother, and then come and offer thy gift. So in other words, if you had an ought with the brother, go deal with that first. You know, before you go and spread whatever ought you had with that brother or other brothers, whether it's amongst the body or whatever, and then just go and put a whole epistle on the book. You know what I'm saying? But then in that way too, you pulling out brothers and sisters who, you know, who they always gonna have something quick to say about that. So, you know, he said go and deal with that brother first. Don't go and make a whole, you know, post on the matter. But
Because it's still people that don't got the full story, right? We supposed to hear the whole conclusion of the matter. Right? And if brothers and sisters don't have the whole story, but yet you're posting this person is posting that, and both parties is kind of being vague about really what's going on, nobody got the full understanding of the matter. So really shouldn't nobody be opening their mouth saying anything. And especially if you don't got the whole facts, why are you making a whole goddamn book about it? You supposed, like you said, like the scriptures say, we supposed to take whatever problems we have within this body, take it to the brother or the sister first and try to reconcile y'all misunderstanding or differences. Find a level to mutually agree upon, even if it's to just agree to disagree. Right? Or ultimately find a precept to agree on.
Then you got a lot of brothers and sisters too. You never seen them in the camp. They don't be doing the work, but then they be the first ones to come and say some negative to throw onto that. You know what I mean?
Because it hit different. It hit different for the brothers that's actually in the highways and byways, shoulder to shoulder. Right? We trying each other's spirit. We dealing with each other's spirit every day. But for them brothers and sisters that's, and we not bashing them when we say this, but for the brothers and sisters that ain't never came to camp, all you do is goddamn Israelite, keyboard Israelite. You beating the hell out of the damn chat rooms, but you ain't never actually out there building a relationship with these brothers and sisters. You can't tell the difference. You don't know if a brother lied. This is what the cap was bringing out earlier. How the hell can you say anything about what you think another brother or sister would do or wouldn't do or might say or wouldn't say when you haven't spent any time around them to learn their character traits? And like you said, them be the first ones that jump on there and want to have a major opinion about what's going on in the nation of Israel when you're not even building with the nation. You ain't out there with us. Right? It's letdowns. Like, damn, brother. You know, it kind of messed my spirit up, man. I would have never expected that to come out of you. This is why like brothers is feeling got mixed feelings all over the place because brothers been laboring together. Brothers done built relationships. Right? And it kind of hurt brothers on different levels. But what can we do? We got to keep doing the work. We got to keep moving with the brothers that's still laboring. We don't want, man, Romans 10, we want 10 and 1. We no paraphrasing it, but man, our prayers is for all of Israel to be saved.
Come on.
But even that's a vain prayer. Because the Most High had already declared 2/3 is out of there. So all of Israel ain't going to be saved. So in that statement alone, we got to assume that all of Israel that's going to be saved is the Israel that is active, because what? All Israel ain't Israel. And ain't that's what we seeing doing these fasting? Brothers who we thought, sisters who we thought were waxing mighty in this truth, in the spirit, had good spirits about them. We love them brothers and sisters. And now all of a sudden, all hell is breaking loose. Brothers and sisters is falling by the wayside. And precepts don't lie, man. We just wrap our damn heads around, we just catching up to what's already going on. It's like coming in on the ass end. And it hit different. You know what I'm saying? Where we was at, King?
Last one we brought out was Proverbs 24 and 5.
So we on Daniel. Daniel 4.
Oh, yeah.
Daniel 4 and 11.
The book of Daniel, chapter 4, verse 11. The tree grew and was strong, and the height thereof reached unto heaven, and the sight thereof to the end of all the earth.
So we know from Genesis that the Most High refers to us as trees, right? The tree grew, the nation grew. Well, Yahushua being a tree, he grew and was strong, and the height thereof reached unto heaven. He ultimately died, went back to heaven, and the sight thereof to the ends of the earth, to the Israelites scattered in the four corners of the earth, to the ends of the earth. We saw what happened. We understand that Yahushua from birth grew in this truth, teaching at 12, 13 years old in the synagogues, and all the way up until he was 33, and he was set up and he passed away. He gave the ghost up, went and sat on the right hand of the Most High. We saw that from the four corners. And that is the base of our belief of what's to come behind that. This is why we serve Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. This is why we believe that in keeping these laws, statutes, and commandments, we're going to excel into the kingdom and see Yahweh Shai again. Like he says, many mansions, plenty of room for all of us in there, right? That's the tree that grew, right? As he said, it was going to be a branch. Paraphrase, there would be a branch, right? That would grow from the loin, that would come from David. And we know that was Yahweh Shai, the cornerstone. Keep reading.
Verse 12, the leaves thereof were fair, and the fruit thereof much.
Right?
And in it,
the leaves, like when you think about a tree, it's got branches. Every last one of us is a tree. Our branches is the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. The fruit is everybody that wisdom, knowledge, and understanding reaches. Right? And seed being within every fruit. So every person that we reach with this truth, they become a fruit yielding a seed. And that wisdom, knowledge, and understanding that we give them allowed that seed to take root and they grow and become a tree. And the cycle keeps going on and on, right? Read.
And in it was meat for all.
And we know that meat is this law, statutes, and commandments, right? Go ahead.
The beast of the field has shadow under it, and the fowls of heaven dwelt in the boughs thereof, and all flesh was fed of it.
Right? And if you look at Yahweh Shai being that tree, how many of us was under his wing? Or Yahweh, taking the whole nation of Israel under his wing, right? And the fowls of the air, right? Similar to the angels in the heavens above, right? Dwelt in the bowls thereof, and all flesh was fed. Because the angels keep the law, statutes, and commandments of the Most High, and they in the air, they in the king, they in the heavens, and everybody on earth. That's the Israelites who the law was given unto is supposed to be doing the same thing, keeping the law, statutes, and commandments, being fed. Those of us that are of the 1/3 that are awakened to be part of the hopeful elect. Let's not forget that part. All right? That's what it's talking about. Not the 2/3, not the wicked, because they'll never understand and they're never going to get it. All right? Go ahead.
Verse 13, I saw in the vision of my head upon my bed, and behold, a watcher and an holy one came down from heaven.
Right? So they come angels. Right? Go ahead.
He cried aloud and said thus,
hey,
hew down.
Because Yahweh Shai says that he comes to us in the night when we sleeping on our beds, and he seals up his instructions. And when we rise in the morning, we move and carry out the instructions that he gave us. And him coming personally is always usually going to be one of his angels. And they come in his stead, which is the equivalent of him coming to you. Right? Go ahead.
He cried aloud and said thus, hew down the tree and cut off his branches, shake off his leaves, and scatter his fruit.
Now pause right there. You see that? This is why you got to pray to stay in the truth. Pray to stay in the spirit. Because he's talking about blowing out somebody's damn candle again. Taking the spirit from you. Taking the understanding of the law, statutes, and commandments away from you, and your ass become bugged out back in the world again. You waxing mighty in this truth, right? You know what I mean? See, every last one of y'all brothers on this chat that's out there in them highways and byways, you can't even count how many damn seeds you done spread. How many of those seeds then literally took root and they budding and sprouting little bitty trees right now. Take a long time for a tree to reach its full growth, you know what I'm saying? The Lord is talking about every damn seed you've ever planted, every tree. Shake that bad boy. Like, you don't want to be responsible for that, bro. You do not want to be responsible for planting a seed of unjust knowledge and a person walk off with that knowledge, and they go and take root with that knowledge, and as they sprout up, they spread that knowledge, and that fruit is multiplying, right? This is how we got camps out here with these bugged out ass doctrines. You don't want to be that dude, because you're leading people astray from the kingdom. All right, go ahead, King.
Let the beast get away from under it, and the fowls from his branches.
Keep reading.
Nevertheless, leave the stump of his roots in the earth, even with a band of iron and brass, and the tender grass of the field, and let it be wet with the dew of heaven, and let his portion be with the beast and the grass of the earth.
Hey man, you're gonna be an overgrown field, man, yielding no prosperity. You finish. But you know what I mean? I'm sitting in my enclosed back porch. I'm looking out my backyard. I got 3 tree stumps back there right now that they came and cut down. And whatever they did to them, they'll never grow back. But the stumps is still there. And the rest of my grass still grows up all around them damn tree stumps. The roots is still in the ground, but the tree cannot grow to grow branches anymore and yield any type of leaves, fruits, no prosperity. Man, you just a damn vessel waiting to be destroyed. You finished. You're an empty vessel. We're gonna get a couple of more, man, and we're gonna shut it down, right? Let's get Daniel 12 and 13. If anybody got any precepts, anything y'all want to bring out, hey man, bring it out. Anything you want to say about, the lesson, you want to expound on anything, because I know we be in
Yes,
these classes.
Salaki, I do.
Go ahead, King, because I know we be trying to be respectful of the lessons and all of that, and thoughts be running. Go ahead, King.
I'm gonna try to make this as short as possible, but it's a lot of moving parts to a situation that I got going on. And earlier you were talking about the Most High can use whoever they want, right? So my rib, she knew absolutely zero about the truth before she met me, which is about 7-8 months ago. So she got to talking to her father when she was telling her father about, and her father is like a Christian, super Christian. And when she told her father about what I believe, he said, "Oh, that's what your mother believes." So she didn't know what her mother believed, right? The story's really get weird. She didn't know what her mother believed. They just knew she stopped celebrating Christmas with them and eating pork and crabs and all that stuff with them. But come to find out, so the mother was real happy when she met me, like, blah, they, blah, they, blah. Come to find out though, and the mother knows this, the mother is a heathen. If you met the mother, you wouldn't know she was a heathen because her father is Filipino, but she never lived. She always lived in the hood. She looked black, you would never know. But my question becomes, she was asking her daughter like to study with her and stuff like this, blah, blah, blah. And I'd be wanting to have my rib get on the call or whatever, but I know that's going to lead to her mother then wanting to get on the call. Like her mother was real happy when I brought her the Passover and stuff like that. So it's going to lead to, the mother wanting to get on. I know her mother can't be involved in that stuff. And her mother knows she's a heathen. She'll tell you she's a, you know what I'm saying? But she hopes she get grafted in or something like that. I told her I don't know nothing about that. But so my question is though, how do I deal with that?
Well, for one, the only obligation to that situation that you have is to your rib, teaching her. She Israel. Her mom and them, they fall by the wayside. You don't have to teach them nothing. She's not bucking up. She ain't going against it. Hey, if she think the Most High is dealing with her, then let her go ahead. But you don't bring her into it. I'm about to pull this precept for you real quick. Matthew 12 and 46. Or either Luke 8 and 21. See, either one of them, they both say the same thing. Luke 8:21, it says, and he answered and said unto them, my mother and my brethren are these which hear the words of God and do them. A mother, a heathen, she never got the law, statutes, and commandments of the Most High. So she can't do them if she wanted to. It's just not in her spirit. She can deceive herself into doing it. If your rib is an Israelite, then as her head, your obligation is to teach your rib how to move in the spirit of righteousness, right? And that's just it on that. It's just simple as that. Like, you don't have to, it's nothing to figure out, nothing to do. This is not for her, right? But if she want to be a stranger and dwell alone, that's on her rib. If her rib want to study with her mom and hopes that the Most High may have mercy on her, whatever the case may be with that, that's fine and dandy. But it's nothing for you to wreck your brain over, because you only obligated to your rib. She the only one that you have to lead, you know what I'm saying, into the kingdom.
So do I tell my rib not to study with her mother?
No, you don't have to, because even the strangers, they're going to be joined unto us. They're going to cleave. They're going to be slaves. If she want to study with her mom, she can go ahead. We can't stop her mom from studying the scriptures. It's vain. It yields no prosperity for her, right? Even if she do the law, statutes, and commandments and all of that, can the Most High look down upon her and have favor because she kept this law? Yeah. It's accounts of that all through the scriptures. But ultimately, it's not for her. So no, you don't have to tell her not to study with her mom, because it gives her mother a better understanding of how to deal with her daughter. It's just like for us when we have a rib that's not in the truth, or a rib got a husband that's not in the truth. If you want to dwell with me, then you have to still keep my law, statutes, and commandments, respect my feast days and all of that to sojourn with me. It just doesn't yield any long-term prosperity for you. You don't get the kingdom for keeping the law. I do, right? But for the sake of living comfortable amongst each other, yeah, go ahead, study with your mom. Hopefully studying with her mom makes her better. Long as she's not studying with some other man, you all good. It's her mom is still her sister. I mean, her mom is still her mom. So if she want to study with her, that's fine. But, long as it's not some other guy that she's studying under, then she's good, because then she'll be breaking Corinthians 1 and 3, right? Christ, Yahweh Shai, then it's Yahweh, then it's Yahweh Shai, then it's you, then it's the woman. So she's supposed to learn from you. But she can study with her mom. That's a sister. That's another woman. And well, once again, it yields no long-term prosperity for the mother if she's a heathen, but it sharpens the sister. It sharpens your rib up. Helps build her a foundation, give her more to come back and get understanding from you. Ultimately, hopefully, Lord willing, turn her to a Proverb 31 woman, that righteous woman that's far above rubies and far above rubies in price. You know what I'm saying? Paraphrasing. So yeah, you don't stress your spirit on that. Her responsibility as a mother is to her husband, not to you. And your rib, yeah, she can study with her mom.
Salakia.
Go ahead, King.
He can also read in Matthew where Christ was with a heathen. This Hamite woman wanted Christ's help, and Christ wanted to turn her away. I mean, the prophets wanted to turn her away, and even the heathens. She said, I know I'm a dog.
Oh yeah, even the dogs eat the crumbs.
Dogs get the crumbs, yeah. Con.
So that goes to show you that he didn't say, well, stop everything, we're going to teach the heathens. No, he still came for the children of the Most High, which is the Israelites.
Matthew 15 and 27.
There you go. You want to bring it out?
And she said, well, we're going to go up to like 24. 23. Let's just bring that out real quick. Matthew 15.
Might be like 19 or 20.
And we're going to, the the nail in the coffin to it is 27. But we're gonna go back up to we gotta go back up to probably like 20. No, 21. Then Jesus went thence and departed into the coast of Tyre and Sidon. And behold, a woman of Canaan came out of the same coast and cried unto him, saying, have mercy on me, O Lord, thou son of David. My daughter is grievously vexed with a devil. But he answered her not a word. And his disciples came and besought him, saying, send her away, for she crieth after us. But he answered and said, I am not sent but unto the lost sheep of the house of Israel. Then came she and worshipped him, saying, Lord, help me. But he answered and said, it is not meet to take the children's bread and to cast it to dogs. And she said, true, Lord, yet the dogs eat of the crumbs which fall from their master's table. Then Yahushua answered and said unto her, O woman, great is thy faith. Be it unto thee even as thou wilt. And her daughter was made whole from that very hour.
So that goes to show you, she can teach the Bible to her mother as of being in the promise and getting the kingdom. She cannot have that.
She's not going to get that.
The children of the light, she cannot have that. And I feel
Salaki, if I could, I hear what you're saying. The problem is though, the mother knows more than my rib. Like the mother asked me, could she leave her father? I mean, my rib's father, because he keep watching TD Jakes. And I told her, no, you can't.
And Salakia, that's why I told you, at the very least, all it's going to do is sharpen your rib. Help her get more better understanding. Because ultimately, the sisters, that's what they do. If they're not studying and learning from their husband, the sisters is building with each other just like the brothers build with each other. All right? Because she can't go to another man, so there's nothing wrong. If her mother a heathen, but her mother is versed in the precepts, she can study with her. Because ultimately, your job then is to come behind the mother and kind of screen your rib as to what she's being taught as far as the understanding that the mother's given her. Right? And you critique that.
Shalakia. Because the mother don't get the understanding like we got. Exactly. I mean, she might get some of it, but she ain't gonna get 100% of the understanding like we got. So you, like the brother said, you got to be careful of what the mother say, and being, when the wife come back, you got to be involved with what y'all say and what happened, blah blah blah, and stuff like that. But it's okay.
Just let your foundation of the teaching to your rib have precedence over whatever's going on with her and her mother. Let it be that she's going into that studying with her mom already with your foundation, your understanding. That way, if the mother going the hell off in her understanding, your rib won't be succumbed to that understanding, right? And be trying to come back to you with some wicked ass understanding, man. Yeah. But yeah, but other than that, no. But if you just feel like in your rib reverencing you in everything, just say no. No, don't study with her. If you worry that it may become a contrary to your teachings and building with your rib, tell her hell no. Flat out, no.
Salakia, that's like the Jewish people. They know the Bible. But should we listen to them? No, because they don't wrong, and they're gonna teach it to confuse you and confound you. So even though they know it, they can know it better than us, but they're not gonna tell us the truth. So I'm not gonna listen to them. I'm gonna listen to the brothers.
Hopefully, Lord willing, that helps you, King, in salvaging some type of way to go about moving with that situation. And I mean, always, bring it out to some more. I
wanted to say one more thing, you also got to be careful of what she's getting from her mother, because that can also ruin ruin what you got going on with your wife. So, you know, because a mother do have a lot of influence over their daughters. So you got to be careful of that too. And I yield the floor.
Hey, just let me back. That's why, right? That's why I said, ultimately, man, when she come back from dealing with her mom, you got to thoroughly, you know what I'm saying, comb through that situation and find out what type of understanding she's getting from her mom. Even though her mom is more versed than her, that means it's easier for her mother to manipulate the scriptures and understanding on her because she don't know. So therefore, your foundational teaching and understanding of the scriptures, which is to build your household up with you and your rib, it need to be very relevant. It need to be profoundly branded into your ribs understanding. So that's why I said, pull rank and just be like, no, not until you feel like your rib is abreasted enough that she can kind of hold her own and sticking to the understanding of the scriptures as you see fit, according to Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, and not according to her mama. Because like the king was saying, the Lord never gave, he gave her mama, being a heathen, she never got the spirit of understanding of the scriptures. Even though she know the precepts and she can call them out, that don't mean she got the understanding. So that means she's doing Proverbs 15, 3 and 5 and 3. She's leaning to her own understanding as to what she think the scriptures is saying. Because clearly she ain't getting no type of guidance from her husband if he's a power Christian dealing with TD Jakes now. You see the madness and the confusion that's going on in that household already. So it might be wise, man, just to tell her, like, not right now, you know, and then you build on some PowerPoints with her. You know what I'm saying? And then when you feel comfortable enough that she can hold her own, then probably like, yeah, go ahead, you can study with your mom. But don't hold back on her. Let her know, like, studying with your mom, you know what I mean, it's only going to build you up because your mom still can't get the kingdom. It's not for her. So studying the precepts, learning them, ultimately that's up to the Most High. So I'm not going to make that statement. But, you know, according to the scriptures, it ain't for her. So that's vain study and vain knowledge. All right. All right, we kind of ended. I won't be in about 11. It's 10:59. We're gonna get one more. Let's bring out that Daniel 12 and 13.
The book of Daniel, chapter 12 and verse 13. But go thy way till the end be.
So it's telling you, continue to move in the spirit of the Most High, man. Right, to the end, endure all your trials, all your tribulations, take them on cheerfully until you give up the damn ghost, man, or them damn chariots pop out and all hell break loose for World War III. All right, go ahead.
For thou shalt rest and stand in thy lot at the end of days.
Right, and it's only at that point that you're going to get rest in this place, man. When the Yahweh Shai crack that sky, and chariots show up, hopefully your works were beneficial to earning you a spot in the kingdom. You get beamed up on the chariots. You get to watch the destruction of this wicked ass place and everybody that ever vexed your damn spirit. And that's your rest, because now you know it's all over. It's nothing but goddamn sunny beaches and mai tais, so to speak, after that, right? You get to sit back and live it up, man. And he's saying that's your lot at the end of the day, at the end of days. That's all of our lots that endure, right? Our possession at the end of all of this is, if we endure, we get the kingdom, right? And with that, man, I yield this lesson. Hope it wasn't too long. I hope brothers and sisters was edified, and the Most High allow the edification, man, to yield y'all prosperous fruits and y'all walk in this diligent search of serving our Father and our Lord, Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, man. And it earned us some cool points in the kingdom, man, that if we fall short on that day, he can look over and say, I will take a couple of points from over here and put them down on in. You know what I'm saying?
Lucky, a good lesson.
God, that was a crazy good lesson.
Water, man. We just servants doing what the Lord put on us to do, man. I appreciate y'all, brothers and sisters, for even tuning in, giving me the opportunity to bring it out once more. You know, I know that I took some time, man, and thoroughly put them lessons together, because like we were just saying, like I do not want to be that brother that plant no bogus seeds that take root and yield unprosperous fruit, man. You know, you're gonna be called into judgment for everything that you do, everything you say, and even some of the thoughts you have. So with having that on mind, man, I try to make sure that whatever I'm speaking to the brothers and sisters is sound in what I'm saying, and to the best of my ability, scriptural. All right. So if anybody got anything they want to bring out, anything they want to say, before we pray it up out of here.
Thank you for the lesson, brother.
The water.
Hey, you had me reflecting on myself. You know what I'm saying? Looking at the man in the mirror.
That's what the spirit wants. I think that should be what we always do with every lesson. It should be about us and examining ourselves to make sure that we in sync with that, whatever these precepts is saying. That's how we get out. That's how we get up out of this place. Right? That's how we grow. So nobody got anything they want to say? Everybody good? To y'all brothers that took part in the fast, I hope everybody took part in it, man. And you prayed and got some demons away from you that might have been lingering around you. You got them up off you, whatever you prayed for. Pray the Most High deliver those things to you, brothers and sisters, man. Hey, and please be not dismayed at what's going on as a result to your prayers and your fasting. Don't act surprised that the Lord is listening to you and he's giving you what you want, all right? Because it's not with who you want it to be with or how you want it to come about, but you praying for a lot of things. Know what you're praying for. Be very specific in your prayers and how you asking for what you asking for, all right? And even then, the Most High still going to answer that prayer according to how he think that prayer best fits his plan. All right?
God.
So I guess I'll pray us out, man. In paleo, I'm already facing the east. So if brothers want to sit, stand, however you feel, just face your east. And I'm gonna pray us out. And then brothers can finish chopping it up or do whatever y'all want to do.
Salakia.
Go ahead, King.
I just want to say, King, stay hard in the truth, what you're doing. I see your videos and everything, and you progress a long way. And I thank the Lord that the Lord bless you and keep you on a straight path, straight and narrow. And we all make it into the kingdom. Everybody on this talk, because we ain't here just to blow smoke up our butt. We here to get our chance in the kingdom. And even though I didn't make the y'all fasting, because I can't do that because I'm on medicine, but you know, it's gonna be people that we come and go. Everybody gotta understand that. Even the brothers that's been here before us, we gotta understand that, because it's gonna, you know, like you said about the 2/3, but you know, I just want you to stay strong. And to me, you sound like Aaron, you know, Moses' brother. Wasn't it brother?
Hey, that's crazy that you say that, King, because one day we was at camp bringing it out, and me and Ariana Camp was side by side, and that's what somebody said. Look at them up there looking like Moses and Aaron.
You sound like Aaron. You mighty in the voice, you know. So
all praises to the Most High.
All the brothers stay strong.
Good. My biggest fear is being a reprobate, man. That's my biggest fear, falling out of the truth. Because I've been on that other side, man. I done had them like people don't, like brothers, people in the truth don't even really believe in demonic spirits and energies, bro. Before the truth, how I came into this, the Lord gave me a brush up with them joints, man. I literally seen the dark, figure apparitions and all of that. I literally was possessed. Here in Chicago, it's a church on 83rd and Racine. They literally took me in that church and performed a spiritual cleansing on me. And then they say some loud ass demonic noise came up out of me, man. Like I've been on that other side. And I tell the brothers all the time, man, I need this. I can't go back because those damn demons, they still lurking around. And that's why I be so adamant about checking brothers' spirits and not allowing certain type of spirits to come around the body. Like we in a spiritual war, and the Lord has blessed me with an ability to read spirits like that, man. And I don't play them games, man, because I dealt with them. And they had me committed to a goddamn psych ward behind all of that stuff, man. I damn near killed my rib, you know what I'm saying? Attempted to take my own life, all of that, bro. So no, I don't play games like that, King. And I appreciate every brother who recognized my growth in this spirit, because a brother like me, no matter how powerful or confident I seem, that's probably one of my weakest points about me. I'm not confident in myself. You know what I'm saying? I'll still be checking for that from I need to hear that from time to time from other brothers that, hey, brother, I see what you're doing. Like, I need that confirmation because, hey, I need it, keep me going. So I appreciate that.
And I'm glad you mentioned that. That shows you even the mightiest brothers go through trials and tribulation. So everybody that's talking about I'm going through woo woo woo, we all going through it.
Also, brother, I hear that austereness in you too. Every time when you talk and when you push out that, what you're saying, I could feel it a little bit. You know what I'm saying?
Water King, I really mean it, man. I mean it. To the best of my understanding and my ability as the Most High moved the spirit on me, man. I mean it. I love y'all brothers. And however he got to use me to be a source of edification, help to my brothers, my sisters, whatever, I'm here. Because I never had that.
Too, brother.
I came in this truth by myself, King. I was living in a small town with like 14,000 people. I wasn't blessed to come into the truth and have a camp and a brotherhood. I faced a lot of adversity and trials staying in the spirit, man, for like 3-4 years by myself. Only knowledge that I had of dealing with a camp was I reached out to a few other brothers in different camps, and the only person ever reached back out to me, man, was the Elder Zabak. And he kind of took me under his wing, understanding where I was at, and I didn't have a body or nobody to deal with, and via social media, phone calls, or what have you, he guided me. You know what I'm saying? And I had that. And then just watching the videos. And outside of having that as a connection to a camp, to a body, not having certainties about certain understandings, I just had to believe and have faith that whatever understanding the Most High gave me, I acted on it. I did a lot of praying and a lot of fasting, man. And thank God that the Lord, prior to bringing me in the truth, he blessed me with like this pig-headedness. Like when you tell me that I can't succeed at something, I kind of take it the wrong way. And this bull type mentality comes over me where it's like, now I'm gonna show you. So when I read it in the precepts where it said that one by itself is pretty much destined to fail, I kind of was like, yeah, all right, I gotta go even extra hard because I refuse to fail. I can't go back to where I just came from, So it's definitely been a long journey for me. And man, I thank the Most High, man, for HOI, for the elders, for the brothers. Like, it's why it trips me out when I hear brothers say no brotherhood. I don't know who you dealing with. Because I ain't had nothing but love and brotherhood since I've been here.
God.
Salakia.
Bring that up, man.
Salakia. I see the same thing in you and Arya and Shemai is the humbleness I see in y'all, and I can feel the humbleness. So that's a good thing. Stay humble and grounded.
My brothers helped me do that. Y'all brothers helped me do that. Shoot. I done got to the point where if it ain't our brothers, I don't even watch videos no more like I used to unless they HOI, just so I stay in the spirit of my camp, you know. And I pray all the time, you know what I'm saying? Like I say, we fast every week, once every week, and commit ourselves to, man, building this bond of brotherhood for HOI, man. And I thank the Lord, because ultimately it's all up to him. Any one of us can be gone at any time. So the fact that we still here, it just means the Most High dealing with us. And like I said, I thank y'all brothers for even recognizing anything in me, man, because I need that, you know what I mean, to help keep me building and going strong, you know. So with that, I'd say the water to y'all kings.
And if you look at some of them old pictures of Aaron, his head is bald in the front too. Yours is.
God, you see icons.
I got that too, Ark.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. This started doing all them stressful times, years, man, when the Lord was first starting to move me towards the truth, and I didn't even realize it, man. And I was fighting it and running from it. You know, that's when all of this started. You know, but
just waiting for Ariana to catch up. We just waiting for Ariana to get bald in the front, like we are.
I don't know, man. Ox saying, hey, man, he stayed too happy. You know, he always in a happy spirit, man. He don't really let too much get under his skin like that, man. You know, all praises for that. That brother, a mighty cap. You know what I'm saying? I love that brother, man. He very diligent and minding the flock, making sure brothers is spiritually in a high place. Anything he can do physically, you know what I'm saying? Hey man, that brother is awesome. We lucky to have a brother like him, man, at HOI, man. We definitely don't take it for granted. And I know that them brothers in New York, they missing them. They always saying how they missing them. And yeah, they definitely gave up a righteous brother, but he was needed, you know. He was needed here. And I think the body that the Lord has surrounded around him with what he was going through and dealing with, he needed it. You know, it was something different. It was something new. It was a new chapter in his spiritual growth. And that brother, hey man, he took that challenge on. And it was kind of daunting in the beginning for him. You know, but that mighty spirit of resilience, man, that the Lord put on him, man, no surrender, no retreat. He kept pushing the line forward and forward. You know, and now, hey man, that brother, matter of fact, he on his way here tonight. I gotta go pick him up from the damn train. 11:15. That's early to his train. Crazy. Yeah. I almost forgot, man. Talking to y'all gonna have the cap stranded at the train station.
Well, go ahead.
I'm listening, man. I'm listening.
Go ahead and pray out, Doc.
Bronx is in the building.
That's the spirit.
Shout out to the captain.
The spirit brought the cap up in the conversation just so it can remind me, nigga, don't forget he at the train station.
Nah, I'm listening, man. It's a beautiful class, man. I didn't want to interrupt, man.
Oh, okay. There you go.
Yeah, man. I'm on the train. It's a bit choppy here and there, but mighty class, man. Mighty lesson. Y'all breaking bread, man. I do not want to interrupt.
I was about to say, Cat was over there sitting at the train station, quiet, crisscross applesauce, man. Trying to respect the class.
Respect the class, all right. The word of the Lord comes first, man. The word of the Lord comes first, no matter what. Don't surrender, no retreat, man. Won't get this work.
2 and 4?
God. Yo, the man, that's the second person they called you Aaron.
Yeah. That's crazy, man. I ain't even a Levite, man. I'm Judah.
Remember we was at camp that day?
That's why I was telling them. Nobody else said that.
He just brought that out.
Okay. We never know. We'll see, man. But it's a beautiful thing that we all here, man. You know? It's a beautiful thing, man. You know, we don't hold no grudges, to be honest. We don't hold no grudges tonight. We just call it how it is. And we understand at the end of the day, to be honest, everybody got their own path. That's how I look at it. You know? That's how I look at it. Everybody got their own path. The Most High got set up for them. You know? But in the meantime, those that's moving with HOI, we're going to move with HOI. You know, through the spirit of Yahweh Shemel Shah. And we just going to build with like-minded brothers and sisters. And I don't care. I'm happy with that. You know, as long as we're doing the work of the Lord, I'm happy with that.
John, HOY to the chariots fly.
Say it if you don't mean it, man. Kingdom over everything. No surrender, no retreat. You going to get this work.
God. Good.
Come on.
Ready to close out?
You know the Paleo Hebrew?
Done. Yeah. Close it out, Black Man.
All ready? Come. Like I say, I'm already facing the east, man. Let's get it. First, I'm gonna say, the water Abanawa Yahweh Bashem Mashak Yahweh Shai for allowing us to come together as a body, as a camp, to move in the spirit of righteousness, of edification. I want to thank you I want to say the water for letting all the brothers that was able to chime in. I pray and hope that their spirit is builded up in any areas just from the camaraderie and the brotherhood. All right. To the sisters that's on here, I pray that their spirit is built up, that they become better at being in subjection, submission, reverence, teachers of the households, right? Pillars of rest. That call halal, Yahweh Bashem Mashak Yahweh Shabbat. Abanawa, Shabbat Shemayim, Kodash, Haya, Shamka, Yahweh, Malachwath Ka, Taba'ah, Ratazah Aya, Baratazah, Kawa, Haya, Bashemayim, Nathan La Noah, Nakam, Call, Yawam, Basalak Noah, Kawa Waf Noah, Kasalak Noah, Kawa Waf Yawana, Wala'ah, W Anawa, Banasayawan, Abal, Hawashai Noah, Mayan, Rai, Kaya, Laka, Hamalakwa, Waha Allah, Waha Taparath, La'ai Walam Yam, Aman.
Aman.
The water, Abanawa Yahweh, Bashim Mashiach Yahweh Shai, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah 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 Yahweh Shai for all four corners. Aman.
Aman.
All right. Good.
Good lesson, out.
Water.
All praises, great lesson, out.
Water.
All praises, King. Great lesson, the water.
Hey, Cap. Fade it out again.
Hey, man. Another beautiful lesson, King. I see you, man. Mighty in the spirit. I see you moving mighty in the spirit. All praises.
Water for the mighty reading too, King.
Khan, yonder bar.
Shalom, Hots.
Yeah, shalom, everybody. Have a wonderful and blessed night tonight. Kwam Yasharala.
Kwam Yasharala.
Kwam Yasharala.
Shalom, everyone. Thanks for tuning in.
Shalom, King. Shalom, Shemaiah.
Shalom, King.
Hey, Nadiv. I saw the video with you and that lesbian and that brother, the other brother that looked like you. I don't know why he act like he wanted to fight the girl. I mean, you know, you did right by telling the girl to go on. If you don't believe in this, just go on down the street. And the brother got a little irate, but he didn't have on no fringes. Is he part of us or not?
No, that's Mattathias, man. So this brother one day, he just showed up at camp all of a sudden, right? We having camp, we look up and the brother just appeared out of nowhere. He was just standing there. And, and the first thing the spirit told me was he was a death angel. And I told Aknem, I said, man, that man a death angel. And they kind of looked at me like, huh? I'm like, bro, that's what the spirit just put on me, that this brother's a damn death angel. He's like a half a death angel. So we ain't paying him, we ain't thinking nothing. And this brother gets to speaking and dealing and building with us. And this man is well versed in the Bible. I'm talking about he know the Bible. He know the precepts. He know the Bible.
I could tell.
He's strong in the scriptures, bro.
God.
And we like, damn. Okay, so what's happening? We inquire of the brother. And he started telling us, like, man, I'm 20-something years in this. I'd have been kicked out of all the damn camps because of my aggressiveness. Like when it comes to serving the Lord, like he shows up in the beginning. He was showing up, and no, his zeal will kick in, and man, we had to kind of calm the brother down because he be out there really ready to lay hands on people about Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. He literally, people be trying to walk off, and he'll stand in front of them and kind of do like this. Now you gonna listen to this word. You ain't gonna deal with the brothers. You ain't gonna get this truth. Hey man, he be damn near holding people hostage. And one day the man told the cap, man, he say, man, I don't know, man. I'm just waiting because I feel bad, man, for these people, man, because when the Lord gone and give me the okay, man, I'm gonna kill a lot of these motherfuckers. And all I could think of, I told y'all this man was a damn death angel. That's all he want to do. Brothers out there come walking up, got skinny jeans on. He Salakia, excuse me, brothers. Hey man, why the F you got on these damn skinny jeans like a faggot? Like the man just, hey man, he's got a super strong zeal on. We named him Mattathias.
God.
And he just been showing up to camp, and he was going through some stuff. So the Lord was kind of dealing with him. And the brother said, man, I done heard a lot of brothers bringing it out, man, but it's something about the way y'all brothers doing it, man, that it touched my spirit. It moved me a certain type of way, and it make me want to get in order and get back right with the Lord. So he just started coming to camp.
And he been coming
everywhere we go. He show up. And
he been coming to camp for like a month and a half, Fridays and Saturdays, man.
Yep.
So that brother Mattathias, he really got a real strong zeal on him, man.
Yeah.
I got the brother's number. I'm trying to get him because he not really tech savvy. You know what I'm saying? So I'm trying to get it to where
he did like 20 years in the joint or 15 years in the joint or something, 30. Some wild ass numbers Esau done had him doing jail too. So he still got that kind of that hard mentality on him from that too. So he definitely got a zeal for the Most High, and he know the book.
God. I'm trying to get it to where the brother could actually listen to his own calls, man.
Yeah, Salakia. I sent him the YouTube link, so he's been watching on the YouTube. They say it's easy for him to access that.
God.
Yeah, we just slowly building with the brother. Once the spirit revealed that he kind of checked his spirit a little bit and got a little control over that aggressive zeal that he got, man. Lord willing, man, he become part of the body because he definitely will be an asset. We just can't hide that unpredictable. We be out there dying laughing because he literally be chasing niggas down the street, trying to make them come back and listen to the word. Hey man, he won't let them leave. He be blocking their way.
Good.
Hey, you gonna get this work. If it was a picture, you gonna get this work. There's Mattathias' face next to it.
Good.
Just work on the brother. He can't do that, but just work on the brother.
That's what we doing.
We building
with him.
Yeah, because I could see the zeal on the video. I was like, he about to kill her.
He about to hit it with the Nehemiah.
Pretty much every video. damn near every video from 79th and King Drive, he there. And sometimes the camera don't pan. But that same activity gets done to a lot of people who come right there.
Right. And he be like, for by thy words thou shalt be justified, and by thy words thou shalt be condemned.
That's his favorite precept when they don't want to hear the word or they got to lie, but I'll be back. And that's exactly what he tell them.
And I'm like, that man is checking his list, man.
You're a damn death angel, man. Yeah. He's writing his list out.
Every idle word out.
He say, by your words you shall be condemned.
That man mean it, man. Yo, he mean it too, boy. Yo, I'll never Salakia. I'll never forget that day, man. He was like, man, this is crazy, man. Man, let me tell you something, man. Man, I feel sorry for these people, man. Man, our people are hurting, man. You know, they going through it. All this thing is going on, man. Man, I be feeling bad, man. And then we thinking, we like, yeah, we understand, brother. You know, we trying to build the people. We trying to bring them back in. He said, man, I'm going to tell you why I feel bad for these brothers, man. Let me tell you why, man. Lord, because when the Most High give me that power. He said, I'm killing everyone. A whole lot of people, man. I was like, damn.
Yeah.
When the Most High give me that power, man. When it's hunting season, boy.
He got a list.
Everyone making out. He got a list out.
I know the brother got like photographic memory. I'm telling you that.
He was battling with scriptures. Remember? And he was drinking. He said he was drunk, but he was still like his mind was still on precepts. Remember? And I was like, oh shit, like, yeah.
Now the brothers just got him fringes last week, man.
Yeah, he was happy, man.
So sure.
He thought he's gonna give the shirt back. I'm like, man, that's for you. He tried to give the shirt back. He's like, oh, here. I'm like, man, that's for you, man.
And he tried to pay for it.
Yeah. Like, come on, brother. Nah, man.
I don't want your money, man. You just keep coming.
You paid for it already. Yeah, just keep coming to camp. You paid for it already, man. Many times you showed up, and he taking the bus, this and that, all of that. You know, if he say he gonna be there, he gonna be there. I respect a brother like that. Go by your word, he gonna be there, man.
You never know. The Most High might, when it come down to it, give him the power to do that. You don't know.
Man, I'll tell you, man.
I believe it, man.
I believe him.
With all my being, I literally.
For real, man. And Gabal's growing that beard, man. So.
God.
He said that. When he said that, it was no threat. You could hear it in his voice, in his soul. This man means it.
God.
Like he means it. He is not bullshit.
Yeah. And you can, and the reason why, because you have to see his demeanor, his action. Like the way he be literally out there damn near manhandling niggas.
Yeah.
About they don't want to hear the word.
Yeah.
Right.
Yo,
when Metathea said, I can't wait for the Most High to unleash me on these people.
Damn.
I thought back to what
You said unleash me.
Nadeem did say he was a half of a death angel.
The first thing he showed up, the spirit said to me, he's a death angel.
God.
Yo, and that day we was furious, man. As a camp, we was rebuking the shit out of people that day, man.
God.
And he was just like, damn, this is what I'm talking about. He said, damn, man.
Cap, where you at, man?
I'm on the train, How
far?
Waiting for you. Nah, I'm here. I've been here.
You at the train station?
Yeah.
Why you ain't say nothing, man?
Man, y'all was on fire, man.
See that? I told you.
I gotta go. Shalom. I'm on my way.
I was on fire, man. I ain't gonna interrupt that.
Keep it up, Nathaniel.
Yeah, I gotta walk there. Shit, I ain't got no problem. I was moving through the spirit.
Man. Yeah, that was a great lesson that I brought up, man. For real.
Through the spirit. Yeah, but you know the blessing about it, man. We just keep on pushing. HOY to the chariots fly. Like I said earlier, we're not a gang, not a cult. You No, ain't no gang. We don't do none of that. We're just individuals, brothers and sisters, coming together under the banner of HOI, Prosperity Yahweh Shem Shai, deciding to build with a congregation. The congregation and camp that we choose is with HOI. What comes with it is family, doing the work, feast days, all these different things. But as well, too, communication is very important. A nigga could be wicked. If he communicating with you, you know where he stands. You could at least respect that. Even in relationships with a husband and a wife, communication is very important. You never know what your wife is going through if she don't communicate, right? Vice versa with the husband. You never know what the husband is going through if you don't communicate. So, in my walk right now, what I'm learning about is communication. Is very important because I'm seeing it all around when I'm dealing with things, and I'm seeing it all around. Communication is very important. Between a husband and a wife, between a brother and a sister, congregation. Let people know what you're going through. Let people know what you're going to do. What's your decisions? Don't just wait a month later or 2 months later, whatever. Just let people know. And don't have no BS reason for why you leaving the camp, or don't have no BS reason. Because look, man, there's always two sides to a story, but the truth is the truth. The truth is the truth. And sometimes when you tell the truth, people ain't gonna like it. But they gotta take correction for that too. They gotta examine themselves too. We all gotta examine ourselves. Like the brother was saying, with me, I always try to move in a positive spirit, try to move in a humble spirit. Because listen, man, the scripture said, if you think you're better than you think you're bigger than, or better than yourself, or you think you know something, it's like Galatians 6:3. If you think you're somebody, you're nothing. And shit, the way the Lord is judging people right now, that shit put fear in me even more. So I'm looking at how things is being handled all around. And truth is truth at the end of the day. For anybody that's listening, any brother or sister that's listening, truth is truth at the end of the day. If you went about something the wrong way, guess what? You gotta take heed to that. Don't take it personal. You gotta take heed to that. If you did something that you know is off and you get rebuked for it, do not take it personal. You gotta take heed to that. And know what you can do better next time. That's why the brother brought out Sirach 32:17. A sinful person will look for an excuse, but won't take heed to correction. So that's for any brother or sister that's listening. You got to take heed to that. There's a way to do things. You can't have it both ways, man. Cannot have it both ways. Real rap. You cannot have it both ways. And another thing, watch when people try to manipulate you. Watch when people try to manipulate you. Matter of fact, let me get a quick precept. Let's see. Bring out Sirach 3:24.
Lucky. Did somebody get it for the brother? Josh is already gone.
This is Sirach chapter 3 and verse 24. For many are deceived by their own vain opinion, and an evil suspicion hath overthrown their judgment.
Many are deceived by their own vain opinion. Right? So how they perceive somebody by their opinions, what happens is they're being deceived because that person could play a role in that person's life. And you don't know how they really operate until they put in a specific position. Right? And then once they're exposed, guess what? You're not supposed to try to cover them or hide that. Right? You got to be honest about that situation. But what happens is an evil suspicion have overthrown their judgment. So now what happens is
You're getting mad because somebody else is calling out what's going on. And then next thing you know, you're supposed to come with correct judgment. But instead of that, you start to get in your feelings. And now guess what? Your whole judgment is out of order. So now you start to mix it in with emotions when you're supposed to mix it in with what? Righteousness. You got to call a spade, an ace, and a king. You can't pull out an ace and then switch it up and say, nah, this is a queen. That's not how this works. Like the saying goes, if you walk like a duck, quack like a duck, it's a damn duck. It's not a rubber duck, it's a duck. Con? So you got to call out what it is. If it's truth, it's truth. Right? Let's get John 8 and 32.
God, this is John chapter 8 and verse 32. And ye shall know the truth, and the truth shall make you free.
And you shall know the truth, and the truth shall make you free. The key thing is the truth will make you free. You got to be honest about the people that you're with, that you're around. When you're honest about the people that you're around, guess what? You're not put in a damn illusion, right? You're not put in a trap or an illusion or in a disillusion, because now you see it for what it is. Now you see the situation for what it is. Now you see people's tendencies and how they actually move. Now you see it for what it is. Now you see the truth. Right? Now, what I'm seeing right now in Israel, I'm seeing the Lord causing a separation. And what's funny about the fast is that, like the brother said earlier, we pray for a fast and we ask for the Most High to help us with this, reveal certain things, right? Or to reveal those amongst us that's not really with the body. And what the Lord does, he starts to reveal it. And what happens to us? We start to get in our emotions, even me too. I be pissed off, like, man, this is some bullshit, this and that. But at the same time, you got to understand, it's not our will, it's the Most High's will. Right? Because we're still in the flesh. So we're going to have these battles of emotions. Because you know why? Because we're attached to these people. We're attached to brothers and sisters. Right? We call them a brother. We call them a sister. We call them an aqua for Akim. We call them family. Right? Our idea is we thinking, hey, they're going to be with us to the kingdom. Right? Next 3 or 4 years, man, we're going to be doing this. We're going to be doing that. Matter of fact, we're going to have some trips over here and over there. Right? We're going to have a couples vacation, all of this stuff. Right? But that's what man plans. That's what you want to happen. That's what you hope will happen. But guess what? The Most High God will take your plan and switch it up. Because what happens? He don't tell you his plans for you. You're already setting up your plans for you and this brother and this sister and this congregation. And the Most High was like, nah, I didn't use you for that. That's not what it was for. Right? I used it for this specific thing. Got what I needed out of it from you. Your services on that part. And now keep on moving. And I'll probably use it for something else as different services. Right? Probably the Most High wants you to, hey, go to another camp or whatever. Or do your own thing or whatever. You know? But your chapter with HOI, you know, is done with. Your chapter with HOI is done. But that don't mean your book is done. Huh? That don't mean your book is done. Right? Your chapter with HOI is done right now, but that don't mean it's the end of your book. The next chapter of your book might be you doing things by yourself. Or with so-and-so. You know? But one thing I always respect is when people have respect for other people's business. There's a way to do things. There is a way to do things. You know? Even with speaking with people. Right? There's certain words that you can use and you can calm the situation down. Right? But there's a way to do things. You never put camp business on social media. You don't do that. There's a way to do things. What we have in-house, we keep in-house. It's not for everybody to know. Con? That sounded a little slow. I'm thinking Brothers about to put out Camp Business right now. Then they just deleted their post. Oh,
Somebody was just typing out.
God, he was just typing right now. Like about to send a
Somebody was
subliminal on
backspacing
somebody.
right
But
now.
but you gotta understand. Listen, God, you're like, oh shit, how the hell this thing? He on a class. He still seeing what the hell is going on. But all jokes aside, man, like I said, it's a way to do things. You know, and just be honest with people, man. You know, stop all the subliminals, man. We ain't got time for none of that stuff, to be honest. Stop all of that. You know? And check this. Brothers and sisters could put out stuff about other people and information about other people out in the social media, but certain brothers and sisters don't do that. See that? Because the same way you put out your business in front of everybody, you put out camp business in front of everybody, the same way the Most High can do you. To where you try to keep some shit to yourself, your spouse, or whatever, your family or camp or whatever. Next thing the Lord said, nah, that ain't gonna work like that. That ain't working like that. Because you did this and that to this so-and-so, so now we're gonna put everything out in the light. So always remember that. The same way you treat people is the same way it could be brought back upon you. Right? For one example, King David. What happened with King David? Well, anybody know what happened with King David? Where he tried to hide something and the Most High exposed it?
Was that regarding what, the adultery that he committed? No.
God. He tried to hide it, right?
God.
Now King David tried to hide it between who?
Sure, I thought him and the Lord. That's what I thought.
Not him and the Lord. Because he can't hide it behind him and the Lord, because the Lord already sees it. So why would King David try to hide wickedness behind the Lord when the Lord already know not to do wickedness? And he didn't allow him to do wickedness. Who did King David try to hide that wickedness behind? It was him and who else?
Oh, Salakia.
It was him and Joab.
Oh.
Right? It was King David and Joab. Pertaining to who? Bathsheba. He slept with Bathsheba, right? And he went and got Uriah killed to have Bathsheba as his wife. And went and told Joab to do this stuff. He told Joab to set him up in a battlefield where nobody's around to help Uriah, right? Told him to write the letter, the note, and everything. So he got a person working in his crimes as an accomplice. Now, the sins that King David did is also going to be put on Joab as well, too, for doing that. But they kind of forgot the Most High is watching everything because he wasn't thinking about that. So what happened? What they did in the secret came out into the light. And so now, guess what happened to King David? The Lord raised up his son Absalom, and he did the same thing now. Absalom was used to try to what? Destroy David. And Absalom was also used to bring all of David's wives and do what? And sleep with all of David's wives in front of all Israel.
Mm.
So what did that do? That brings shame to David, right? The most beloved of the Israelite kings. And he was ashamed to see all the congregation watching his son sleep with his wives. His son sleep with his wives. And then a whole city, Absalom raised up the damn whole city to go against David. And David had to run for his life. Out of his own city, his own kingdom, he had to run for his life. Right? So you see how the wickedness that people try to hide is going to be exposed? And David had to wear the shame. People started cursing David. The Benjamite cursed David. And then one of his men was like, yo, how dare you speak to the king like this? And then David said, what? Listen, let him say what he got to say. Right? I'm not going to knock the man. Why he said I'm not going to knock the man? Because he understood the crime that he committed. He understood it. And David had to wear his shame. He understood it. So he knew he was going to have to go through that. But did David quit? No. As he went through that fire, and getting rebuked by his own people, guess what? At the end, he won. Because he had to learn what he had to do was wrong, his mistakes, and then he had to get better from it. He had to repent from it. And he had to do more good works. And he was loved by the nation again. You see what I'm saying? God. So it's not how you start, it's how you finish. But there's a way to do things in everything. There's always a way to do things. You know? So hopefully I keep that in mind. There's always a way to do things. You know? Let's keep this fast going. Most High will. Every Wednesday, like I said, for HY Illinois. And the other HOI brothers and sisters want to join in, you know, we do it every Wednesday. You know, we try to do as a camp, you know, let's keep this going just to keep our spirit humble and keep it examining ourselves. You know? It's not how you start, it's how you finish, man. We got a lot of shit we go through, especially in this walk. But ain't nothing compared to elders that been in for 30 years. Damn near see everything. So we just starting to see this bullshit. We just starting to see these stuff that's going on. Strife and discord and contention. Backbiting, you know, division. We starting to see all of this, right? So this ain't nothing compared to what the elders have said. So we just going through our story. So, you know, there's a way to do things. I'll just keep saying that. You know, with that, all praise, man.
Kwame Ashala.
Shalom.
Shalom.
Praise us.
Shalom, family.
Come here.
Shalom, Mark.
Maya with the fire, man. Black and gold line, man. Brother never lying, man. Oh.
All praises, King.
God, I missed you, brother.
I miss you too, King. I tried.
I think
called
most I
you a
will.
few times.
What, today?
No, yesterday, day before, I think, I can't remember.
Oh, yeah.
2 days ago.
Yeah, I've been off commission. I've been off commission from WhatsApp for like 2 weeks because I left my damn WhatsApp phone in one of the brothers' house.
Okay, cool.
I wasn't able to get it. So I'll be on the 309 number.
Okay, con.
I got like 1,000 messages. That's why I'm like, damn. Yeah, the brother had to go to a funeral, so he was unclean.
Con.
But it's the longest I was away from my WhatsApp phone. Damn near 2 weeks, man.
Well, it was needed for you, a rest.
Huh?
I said you needed a rest. That's how the most I worked it out.
God, kid. Yeah, man. Yeah, examine ourselves, man. This truth is scary, man. This truth is scary, man. But try to keep a smile on, you know? Try to keep a smile on. The raw stuff going on. Try to keep a smile. Yeah, brother, that's my spirit, man. I understand that's my spirit. So I try to keep it the best way I can. That's where I can. Praise Zach. Wait, today's what? Thursday?
Mm-hmm. Oh, snap. Let me stop the stream.